onda, banda? ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos de nuevo aquí al podcast. Por algún motivo no se ve el evento. Déjenme checar qué pasó aquí. Yo ya fui por mi cena. Ajá, ok, aquí todo bien. Debería ya de verse, todavía no empieza, ¿eh? Ya está, ¿verdad? Además que la tengo que recortar un poco. Dice el chino, ¿qué pex? ¿Qué onda, chino? ¿Ya listo? ¿Ya listo para hacer historia? Bueno, nosotros no vamos a hacer historia, ¿verdad? Pero ahí está. Una cosa bonita. Ah, está pasando el tren por aquí. El tren del hype. El tren del mame. Cualquier momento ya debería de iniciar. Pues nos citaron 9:45. Ya empezó. Díganme si se escucha bien. Ahorita yo todavía no escucho nada. Ya se va a escuchar la música. Dime si están bien los volúmenes, chino. Yo hice mi cafecito. Con mi taza aquí que dice Manuel. De los Scouts. Una cosa. Evento de lanzamiento. Nintendo Nueva York. Ahorita probé, todavía no podemos jugarlo. Hola, bienvenidos al evento de The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Se siente muy bien estar aquí. Yo soy Camille. Ya estamos a momentos, a instantes, para que puedas jugar Zelda. Está padre su playera. Ahí está Link. ¿No se ve súper cool? Es una estatua con mucho detalle. Para que te integres como fan, ¿no? Oh, y lo están viendo desde Times Square. Van a estar viendo en vivo en Times Square. Estamos aquí para celebrar un juego muy anticipado. No va a haber spoilers. Les vamos a enseñar cómo se juega. Así que van a ver. ¿No escucha el video? Ok. Nada. A ver, lo voy a subir y me dices. A ver, ya le subí un poco. Vamos a ver un poco de las habilidades que va a haber en Zelda. ¿Ya se escucha, chino? Dice hola y gracias por unirse al Treehouse. Se están presentando. Nos van a enseñar un poco de gameplay. Ahí tienen la edición especial, ¿ya la vieron? No se va a hablar mucho de la historia. Nos vamos a concentrar en algunos elementos nuevos. Apenas. Pues igual tampoco está tan mal que se escucha apenas. Ya le subí más. Dime si ahí ya se escucha bien. O se escucha mejor. Bueno, nos están enseñando al Link, que está aquí muy arriba. Muy alto. Ahí está el altímetro, ¿ya vieron? Está a 1421 cosos de altura. Ve, eso todo está más alto. Tiene el brazo muy diferente, algo le pasó. Sí, eso está directamente relacionado a las habilidades que va a tener Link. ¿Por qué no les enseñamos ya la habilidad? Hay que presionar L y hay un nuevo menú que le llaman Radio Menu, menú radial. A la derecha está Ultra Hand. Fusionar, que es ese que está abajo, para unir los objetos. Recall, que es para regresar a un objeto. Y el otro que es con el que subes, ¿no? Que no se preocupen porque vamos a verlas todas. Se van a scoutear un poco. Siempre tratar de scoutear desde arriba. Bueno, ahí hizo un pin, ¿no? Que está muy cerquita. Los pin te sirven, pones la cámara en primera persona y te sirven para marcar lugares a lo lejos y así. Eso ya lo habíamos visto en el anterior, ¿no? Ahí lo pueden ver en rojo en su mapa. ¿Se escucha bien, Chino? No sé si nos van a tirar el en vivo, ¿eh? Así que necesito el chat activo para saber que no nos hemos ido a la Verge. No, no se escucha. Seguro. No se escucha. A ver ahí. Es que tampoco quiero que escuche tanto, pero sí un poquito. A ver, ya hice uno nuevo. Ya le subí un poco más. Es que no sé si por el audio nos vayan a querer joder, ¿eh? Por eso quiero estar como hablando. ¿Qué es ese? ¿Como acueducto o qué? Sí, se parece a Magnesis, ¿no? Que ya era... ¿Ahí sí? Ok. Ajá, en Breath of the Wild Magnesis nada más hacía cosas de metal y aquí es con cualquier cosa, ¿no? Ahí se ve cómo se une, ¿no? La programación de eso, qué hermoso. Si no te gusta cómo, pues mueves el stick y ya se separa, ¿no?
So right now you are building something to send the little Korok on their way over to their...
Ah, es que había un Korok, no lo había visto. Ah, y va a poner el gancho para que por ahí se vaya, ¿no? Ok, ahí, es que ahí está el Korok, ¿no? Entonces lo tiene que hacer como que se pase por allá. Es siempre probar los diseños. Se ve, pero ya se fue. ¿Y el Korok? Oh, y ahí lo va a retornar en el time. Ah, puedes usar la Ultra Hand mientras está regresando en el tiempo. Y agarras al Korok. Vas a poder agarrar personajes, ok. Oh, su mochila es literalmente más grande que él, qué demonios.
Still sweating kind of a lot.
Clearly doesn't like being moved around with Ultra Hand. Ooh, right through this cloud too.
Yeah, it's a nice little vista. Nice little backdrop we
Wow.
have.
Ya se lo llevan.
On that side of the rail. And that's kind of a suggestion.
Se necesita llegar con mi amigo, dice el Korok.
But you could have done something completely different. Like it's very Ultra Hand is very open-ended.
Dice, ok, está chida esa solución, pero pudiste haber hecho algo totalmente diferente, ¿no?
didn't work for someone else, or something that they didn't think of, which is really neat.
Right.
Oh, yay.
Reunited
You
at
did it.
last.
You did it.
And we got 2 Korok seeds for that.
Yes.
Alright.
Uy, otra vez regresaron las semillas Korok.
Smell funny.
¿Cuántas habrá en este?
We'll leave
In case anyone was
Yo digo que el
wondering.
doble.
What's in the text? So clearly we want people to think about what they smell like. All right.
De hecho, voy a poner un poco más grande
My little raft on a hook.
el video. Vamos a arriesgarnos.
Why not go in style?
Oh, that's so cool.
Nice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we saw this very briefly, shield surfing on a rail. We saw that very briefly in an earlier trailer, but the cut was so quick that I didn't realize what I was looking
Wow.
at. And then when you showed me,
Las construcciones esas, ¿por qué estarán las construcciones ahí? Esa es parte importante de la historia. Obviamente ahorita no van a hablar de historia.
Earlier as well. So that is returning. That's a returning element. And
Tiene
you'll
un
see some
enemigo.
things, obviously, that are returning from Breath of the Wild, and a ton of new things. But yeah, just wanted to point that out. Also, the pin that you put in the chest earlier as well.
Absolutely.
That's right. Yeah, we should probably mention that, like,
Perdón, estoy contestando
Great
algunos
Island
WhatsApp.
also is it's sort of like the Great Plateau from Breath of the Wild, in that this is where you'll learn your abilities. You'll come to this
Ay,
area
estornudé.
very early in the game.
¿Le subo un poco
these
más?
items that we have are actually we've gotten later in the game, so we've come back.
Ya,
to
le subí un
Great
poco
Sky
más.
Island.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty well.
Digo que no tengo miedo de que nos lo vayan a bajar si se escucha
this
demasiado.
is me with fuse activated running around a piece of material.
Pero bueno, vamos a ver.
Want to fuse?
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh, we're under attack. All right.
¿Qué quería unir ahorita?
Night has descended, so let's just quickly get rid of this piece. Normally I wouldn't
Okay. Muere.
fight with a weapon that is not fused in some way, and
Va
actually
a
you
empezar a
can do that,
fusionar.
and if you do, you may notice I did that earlier with like a rusty broadsword, which is not in a great shape.
Cuando
But,
ya tienes
either way,
una
I think when we
espada que
set
ya
up for
está
folks,
por
this
valer
alchemy
queso.
sort of works.
Yeah,
Perfecto,
so,
dice Chino. A huevo.
so Jose
Gracias.
has the rusty broadsword. It's not in very good shape right now, but the super awesome thing, I mean, there are many awesome things about Fuse, but one of the super awesome things is that you can take a weapon that's about to
Se puedes
be destroyed,
agarrar un
use it,
objeto.
and once you fuse it, it actually lengthens its lifespan.
Ah, ok.
So,
Cuando el objeto ya se va a
it's just
romper,
a
lo
really
puedes
nice thing that
fusionar.
you can work
Y
with,
entonces va a
aside from the
extender
fact
su
that
vida.
you
Ok.
can be attacked by this guy, and
Ok, pero el ataque
and
ahora con la
yeah,
hoja es
and
solamente
also,
para
as you see,
alejarlos, ¿no?
the Korok frond that's now attached to the sword is creating a gust of wind.
Yep.
So you can play with combining different elements and see what they do.
So I want to take my time with this fight for a second, and even though you should prepare before a battle, I'm just going to quickly improvise here. I'm going to drop a piece of amber. I'm going to drop
Amber?
2 pieces of amber. And then
Dos
I'm going to
piezas de
switch
amber?
over
Yeah.
to a wooden stick, and I've got a shield that has nothing on it. So I'm just going
I
to
love how patient this enemy is.
Wow.
You
yeah,
would
while
just
I'm
like
doing all this preparation.
have a
Ok, ahora ya
craft
lo
time
unió.
over here.
Yeah,
Tanto
so
con
check
el
out my shield right
escudo.
now. So I've got a piece of amber attached to it, but one thing that's cool is that the button that functions to parry can also now attack as well.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
y ahora también
Oh,
atacas.
nice.
You can also perfect parry, which was totally planned. I'm not even going to pretend that I did that by accident.
So now you're dual wielding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so by fusing certain materials to
Ok.
your shield, you can even
O
fuse
sea,
weapons to
imagínense
your
cuántas
shield.
cosas
You
vamos a
can
poder
essentially,
unir. En
you
el
know, do
tráiler
like you
veíamos que
say,
había
you can have 2
como
attacks, one with the
como
weapon in your
estos,
hand and one with your shield.
Yeah, check out my
hongos,
weapon too
¿no?
right here, right? Like,
Yeah, that's really
Supongo
cool.
que para
yeah,
hacer
when you
como
attach some weapons, right? Like you got sort of
nubes
a
o cosas
slightly
así.
more ridiculous look where it's
Right.
Sí, se ve muy raro. Es lo que dices, tiene el look
Yeah.
más ridículo del
Sorry.
mundo.
But in the other
se
example,
nota.
you'll see that it's a bit more of a clean fuse, and it looks pretty neat.
Right, yeah, it's created like a blade-like weapon. It isn't just simply a piece of amber stuck on the end of a sword.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
La
just gonna
cantidad de
pick up that
combinaciones
Are
stone
we
que
heading
tuvieron
to
que
that
hacer.
camp? Because
yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
go back to
Yeah.
that
Show that
camp right
camp.
now.
let's get.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice, you got a piece of opal.
Oh yeah,
wow.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Score.
very
Yeah.
lucky. Yeah. So if you look at my mini map right now, you'll see that that pin is
A ver, van a
now
ver el
somewhere
minimapa.
up there, and we can't really. I mean, we could climb this. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you can still use Breath of the Wild thinking to approach this
Se
game.
podríamos escalar y
But
así.
why not try something a little out of the
No
ordinary?
pasa nada,
So we're
pero
gonna
¿por qué no
talk
hacemos
about
algo más
Zonai
loco?
devices. Now, these are devices that can be
Ah,
found
ok. Ahora hay
out in the
devices
world,
Zonai.
in 2 ways. One of them is you'll find them
Objetos
sort of thrown
Zonai.
out, as part of a, just a stash of things, and the other are these
Objetos.
Zonai capsules that you'll see here. I'm going to take one device out. I have a spring. I'm actually going to take out a fan too. Why not?
So you're,
Okay.
you're applying Tears of the Kingdom logic here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Tears of the Kingdom logic means that devices can be used to do all bunch of stuff. You
Qué
may
bueno que nos dan
remember
este
this fan
tutorial,
from
¿no?
the
Porque
video, and you'll see that it'll take me.
Bueno, no sé, habrá que platicar
That's
después de
great.
alguien con la experiencia sin haber agarrado
That's
este
kind of
tutorial.
waste.
And it's depleting your battery at the moment.
Oh,
¿Qué
yeah.
es eso? Es un
That's right.
resorte,
Yeah,
ok.
you have
So
a
the-
battery. Go for it, Sam.
Oh,
To-
no, I was
todas
just gonna
estas
say
cosas
the
Zonai
Zonai devices run off
tienen
of
una
your
batería.
EMP cell.
Y se
So,
van acabando la
you'll
energía,
see
ahí está la
that
batería.
This Zonai device springs rather violently. That's some serious business. But what's cool about this thing is that it can also give you serious height.
Oh, y te da
That's
muchísima
significant.
altura.
Yeah,
ok.
that's-
Really
Yeah,
is.
like why climb? Like
Nice.
you have other ways to
¿Para
do
qué escalar si ahora
Well, if you don't
tenemos
wanna leave it
estos
behind,
aparatos,
right, then
no?
Yeah,
Climb.
no,
But
that is true.
Interesante,
you're not supposed to
interesante.
fly on those.
Hitting the
Okay.
Zonai devices one more time. Those are the capsule forms are Zonai devices that you can carry around with you in your inventory, which is awesome because that enables you to pull them out in like a time of need or use them in ultra hand constructions.
Oh yeah. So we have our material selections here, and I'm able to sort it in a couple of different ways. I'm
Vamos a
gonna
ver ahora
quickly sort
qué
over
van
to
a...
where I can drop
Oh,
some
ok,
Zonai
también los
devices. We're not
materiales
done.
con los Zonai
We're
los
gonna
puedes
drop
fusionar.
this spring
No.
here, and I'm actually going to show you that these aren't
¿Sí?
just devices that function in the world, but they can also be fused.
Yes.
I'm going to fuse it to my
No
Yes,
shield.
you are.
mames.
That it's a much more convenient size than sort of the
It's
large.
magic.
Lo fusionó
Zonai
con el
magic, don't-
escudo.
Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
don't think about it
too
too
hard.
hard.
Don't
Yeah.
think about it too hard. All right, I'm going to equip another rusty broadsword, and this time I'm going to ask for participation.
¿Qué va a
Name something
poner?
on this bar that you want me to fuse.
Two to the left there.
Dice, díganme ustedes ahora que
Oh, yeah,
quieren
do it.
fusionar, o sea,
Okay.
literal,
Let's do
lo
it.
que sea.
So we're going to drop it. I'm going to fuse, and you'll see we have sort of
Con un
our
hongo.
mushroom.
Lo que
You
decíamos,
are
¿no?
looking really cool right
Yeah.
now.
Se ve
Yeah.
muy
And you're
chistoso.
ready for battle.
All right, let's get
Yeah.
into this camp.
Okay.
Get in
Do it.
there to battle.
Sí se ve muy raro Link
With
con
your
todas esas
spring
cosas.
and your mushroom
Lo va a
sword.
mandar a la...
That's what the spring
Pero
does.
sin vergüenza.
Oh,
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Let's push it back. And then our rush room will also
Oh,
gosh.
goodbye.
has kind of a springy effect to it, which is really neat.
Yeah, mushrooms when fused to weapons, they give you like a bouncy effect. Which,
Oh my
Ok,
God.
oh, lo mandó súper lejos.
Wow.
Dice que los hongos, cuando se fusionan con las
thematically
armas,
consistent with what you're
tienen
doing
como
with
esta
your shield,
propiedad
right?
Oh my
Like,
God.
de
bounce
So
rebote,
them
if
de
you
mandar
basically don't
lejos
want to
cosas.
battle, you can approach things as Jose just did.
Right.
But you also don't get the materials from that, so my approach
Yeah.
is a little chaotic.
Sure,
We
sure.
have one more sentry up there, and
Okay.
for this one,
Es
Oh,
como
I
este
wanna do something a
campamento
little
que está
different.
tratando de
Except they're
infiltrarse,
looking
¿no? Y
for
le falta el güey
We've
que
been
está
talking
arriba,
about
como el
fuse,
vigilante.
and you can not just fuse materials to weapons and to shields, you can also fuse them to arrows.
Ok,
And
aquí va a ser lo
Mr.
del
Numa has
ojito,
already
¿no?
kind of
Del...
shown in his video that if you
Sí, a Numa ya lo
piece
había...
eyeball, it'll
puesto,
sort
¿no?
of find its target, even if you sort of aim in the general direction.
Y
Right.
pues le va a atinar
I wanna
así,
show you something
perfecto.
new. So,
Wait,
Oh,
let's
va a
fire,
poner algo
can you
nuevo.
fire a normal arrow first?
Puso un
sure.
ala.
Yeah, let's
let's
fire
see.
a normal arrow
if I
so we can
wanted
see.
to hit this enemy, I'm actually
You
going
have
to
to
move
get
Ok,
like,
va a lanzar ahí el,
a lot
la,
closer.
la
I
normal.
can hit him, but
Yeah.
you can see
Pues no
there
le dio,
that
le
I
tiene
have
que
to
calcular,
arc
¿no?
it,
La
and
parábola.
there's all this sort of like, it's been done,
Pero
but
con el
why
ala-
not do it a little simpler.
Nice
Wow.
shot.
Critical
That
hit,
was
shot.
amazing.
Oh, con el
Yeah.
ala hace un daño
And now the
crítico.
chest is open, but we're not going to open this chest because
Se
we
va
want to
dire-
leave some secrets for folks at
directo.
home.
Right.
Yeah.
No van a abrir
So when
el
you
cofre
fused
para
that key
dejarnos a
swing to
nosotros
the arrow,
descubrir qué es lo
it
que hay
gave
ahí,
it,
¿no?
It extended the distance that the arrow flew,
Oh, yeah.
so you didn't need to arc it as much.
Ajá, exacto. Lo que hace el ala es que se va directo, o sea, no tiene tanto arco, no tiene tanta parábola,
And I
¿no?
throw it.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Or that
Ok,
one.
sí se va como
Wow.
volando, ¿no? Ahí sí se ve un
Way
poco
out
más de
there in the
arco,
water.
pero pues también estaba lejísimos, ¿no?
Two-handed weapon.
Well,
But
Yeah.
don't judge. Right.
We'll
was-
find
it was
another
for a
one.
good
Don't-
cause. It
we'll
was for a
find
good
another
cause.
one. Don't worry
Absolutely.
about it.
Cool. Okay, so
Yeah.
we got
¿Por
some
qué aventaste esa
Yeah.
cosa?
So for this one, I'm going to use a precious stone and just quickly. Why don't you guys
Oh,
talk
va a
about
usar
the
una-
properties?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
zafiro, un
So
rubí.
this is new
Topaz,
for
okay.
Tears of the Kingdom. Is that the precious stones in Breath of the Wild? You could use
Otra
them
vez tú,
to,
jajaja,
sell
saludos.
for
¿Qué onda,
rupees,
man?
or you could use them to upgrade your equipment, right?
Yeah.
But that
Ah,
was, that was
ok.
about all you
Las
would use
piedras
them for.
preciosas van
Whereas
a
here in Tears of the
hacerle una
Kingdom,
mejora
now they all
a-
have their own elemental
a
properties.
tus equipos.
And obviously, Jose just used an elemental property that works really well against these water type enemies.
Yep.
So it just took.
Ah, ok, y el topaz es eléctrico.
that
Entonces
Chuchu
le hace
particularly,
daño a
you
esos
know.
enemigos que son de agua, o
And they
sea,
also it turned
hasta
their
tipo
Chuchu jelly
Pokémon vamos a
into,
meter ahí.
yes.
Pero va a fusionar esta.
jelly.
Right.
So you can also
Oh,
throw
wait.
materials by hand.
Pero
You
sí
can
lo
throw
unió.
this one.
Yes.
Oh, ahora
Let's
también
show-
podemos aventar
yeah.
materiales
Hand
así
holding an item
de los
and throwing
normales
it is
con la
new
mano.
for Tears of the Kingdom.
Entonces,
Yeah.
pues es
and you
también
can
cosa
also do
de
that with
los
the
elementos, ¿no? O
precious
sea,
ores.
los enemigos eran de
and
agua
the
y esa cosa era
area of
eléctrica.
effect on
Ese como
these
gel,
yeah,
con esas
let's
burbujitas
show
que
real
tenía.
quick.
All right. I would
El
take cover if you ever
rubí.
throw one of these.
Aventé
Yeah,
el rubí así.
stand
¡No! ¡Tenemos
Over
granadas!
here causing forest
Yeah.
fires. No big deal.
Sorry.
Chopping down
Wow,
trees.
con
Yeah,
este
it's a good
juego.
thing that you got some elevation before you tossed that
Oh, yeah,
because like
no.
if you just toss it on
Estamos
the
a
same
una hora de
plane,
poderlo
you're-
jugar, a menos de una hora de ya
you're
poderlo
gonna
jugar
injure
ahorita.
yourself.
I got injured as well, so
Yeah.
a few game
Vamos a
over
hacer el en vivo
screens.
ahorita.
I've got
Chopping down
practice.
trees again.
Para
Yeah.
hacer todo esto
Again.
nosotros.
Sorry, I'm
Okay,
chopping
but
down
there's a
trees with
reason.
a purpose.
There's-
Yeah,
Sure.
Todo
that's
esto y
right.
más, la
Yeah,
historia.
let's show
Queremos ver la
folks.
historia
Right
ya.
here, our next objective.
Obviamente aquí no van a
Like,
mostrar nada de la historia.
little stream here, but
Vean
if
cómo
we
hay
look
como
at
ya-
next dive, if you look at our stamina wheel, I can't swim that.
Yeah.
Esa ruedita verde es la estamina, entonces se dan cuenta cada que Link se esfuerza se va bajando.
Yeah, so
Sí,
you'll notice
estaba
that
muy
we have
largo
some
ese
tails
río
here,
para cruzarlo, entonces va a
and
tener
we
que
had
armar su
some
balsa,
trees that
¿no?
were already chopped down, but I added to the mess.
Yeah,
O sea,
you-
ya había cortado este güey antes los
So the game
árboles y
is
todo
like
esto
soft
para
suggesting to you maybe that you could build a boat here.
Oh yeah.
para hacer el bote, ¿no?
So we're gonna use Ultra Hand and we're gonna build a boat.
Entonces, con esta habilidad, con la
I gotta
ultramano,
say, I can
Ultra
spend
Hand,
hours doing this.
Yeah,
Back,
va a
I
ir
kinda
uniendo.
have,
Yeah.
just
todos aquellos que
by
manejen
virtue of,
3D
like,
se dan
really
cuenta
being
cómo
curious
cuando ahí
about
salen
what's
todos los
possible,
ejes de
like,
rotación, lo vas rotando para ir armándolo.
I just
Todos los que manejamos
one of the
3D
things,
vamos a estar
I
como
wanted to
pez en el
mention
agua
is,
con este juego.
that this leads into
Por lo
really
visto
nice
pega
things that
cabrón esa
in this
madre, la
game,
magia.
there are many different
No hay
ways
problemas de
to
soldadura ahí.
I found that to be true in Breath of the Wild as well, but I feel like in Tears
Que
of the
le quedó un
Kingdom,
poco
there's
diferente,
even
¿no?
more of that with these new abilities.
Ah, ok, lo va
And
a
I
soltar.
personally am
Ya, que
really
quede un poco
excited
más
to
parecido.
see what
Ok.
people out in the world are going to create, what abominations.
Es lo que están
Like,
hablando
what
ahorita.
abomination is
Or
Jose
what amazing
creating?
thing.
Estos dudes es
Yeah,
que
amazing thing. I mean,
en
abominations
el juego
are
anterior,
too.
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
pues
no,
con
it's
las
true.
poquitas cosas que se
I like to
podían
take
como
a
que hacer
not,
creativos, la
typical
gente,
approach,
y hay
but
muchos
I-
chats,
this is looking much like a
muchos
boat
clips,
code.
muchos
It's not
videos,
yet. Give me a minute.
que la
Give me
gente
a
era
minute.
como
Okay,
súper
I believe-
creativa, entonces que fue
I
parte
believe
de lo que les
I,
dio como esta
I've made a lot
inspiración,
of
¿no?
boats in my time, and this is a design that stood out
Dices,
to
me
me.
han hecho muchos
as
botes en mi
something that I
vida,
wanted
entonces
to
es un
do.
diseño que me
Jose
gusta.
always has something up his sleeve. Like
súper
every time
raro
you're
su
building
bote.
something, it looks different than the last time, and we don't really know what it's gonna be.
Exactly.
This is one of the things I love
Looks
about
like a-
Ultra Hand, though, is that like
Está
it's
súper
this
Lego esta
perfect
cosa, ¿no?
confluence of
Ahí
raw
enfrente,
imagination,
hasta arriba, ¿no?
questionable
¿Dónde vas a
engineering,
poner? Ahí.
like, and then curiosity, right? Because like
Pues
there's
para ver
this
las
sense of
mamadas que vamos a
anticipation when
construir.
you've been building something and you're about to.
Ahora
Like,
yo tengo
activate it
duda,
for the
ya a la hora,
first
ahorita
time
lo
and
vamos a
see
saber,
whether
pero
or
a la
not
hora de
it's gonna work
manejar
out.
como que derrotar y los grados y todo eso, ¿qué tan preciso
I'll take
es,
your
no?
word for it.
I just want to
Little
see if it will
bit.
float. I
Will
think
it float?
Se
I-
va-
I
va a ver si
recommend
flota.
This being a general approach of all building.
Ok, sí, medio chueco
It's leaning
flote.
a little
Alright,
bit.
Hey,
yeah.
but it floats.
But it
Alright.
does. You're right.
This,
You're right.
Tal vez necesito un
the
poco más de
maiden voyage of the
soportes.
SS, apologies in advance.
Es una disculpa a
Alright,
los
we gotta dress
fans.
this up though.
¿Qué tal
We're
necesita
not-
un poco más de soportes ahí a los
so
lados?
Two flame emitters. Let's see. Let's put two fans on it. Oh, we got rockets. Okay.
You're gonna make it stand.
Los
Yeah.
cohetes, yo
We're gonna dress this one up.
me pienso
so
volar la cabeza con los
I'm not
cohetes.
done. There's a vision.
¿Es cierto
I
que puedes
swear.
construir el auto de Mad Max?
And you do.
Yes.
But
En menos de una hora lo vamos a descubrir, Javi.
Yeah, that seems like
Yo
a
creo
great
que sí.
spot. Let's just go for it. See
Esperemos
what
que sí.
happens.
But to Sam's point earlier, and something that I was trying to get across as well.
6
don't be
años
afraid to,
llevamos
like, test
esperando
ideas
a
before you
este
kinda throw
juego.
yourself head first into things, because
Oh, los
you kinda wanna
cohetes,
have,
sí.
at least some inkling of if it's going to actually work or not.
Su
And in
super
fact, I've made
nave,
boats
bote
that tipped over. I have made
intenso.
boats that were
Ahí
way
está, hay
too
algo
far on
tipo
one
Mad Max,
side.
¿no?
I've seen some of the boats you've made, Jose.
they're pretty. Each one was special in its own way.
I don't know though. I kind of like not testing things and just going for
Going.
it.
Ah, ok, dice la chava, yo no voy a probar
It
las
is
cosas, yo nada más
Yeah,
las
for
voy a
sure.
armar y
I
así
tend
como
to,
funciona me voy a subir.
Be more cautious, even though I take a
Yes.
lot
¿Qué
of
es esa
chances on
cosa?
I love this thing.
Yeah, but we're going
es
for
eso?
a really like
Esas cabezas me han dicho para qué
Viking
sirven.
sort of.
Yes, I was gonna say it's got.
Look here,
it's
very
got-
metal.
Dice
It's
Javi,
very metal.
es que
Are
vi
you
un
gonna
short en
add-
el que Link estaba arriba del auto de Mad Max.
Yeah,
I
what
feel
do-
like
what
it
do I put up
needs
front?
it.
All right, let's
Probably
see.
No sé, yo creo, nada de spoilers,
Yeah,
Habs.
all right,
Igualito
let's
de
do
la
it.
película.
So,
You know,
got one more
like-
device. Why not?
Okay.
Talking about Viking ship, let's make it
Yeah.
even more of that.
Ahí se me fue
would you
los
like it pointing
comentarios
outwards?
chidos.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Los voy a pasar
Also,
por acá
just
abajo.
considering
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact that there's
Ahí
so
está.
much wood and
Oh,
there's
look
going
at
to be a
that.
lot of
no, that
Igualito
was
la
fire.
great.
película,
That was
dice
great.
Javi.
Oh,
Well, it's a
Beautiful.
little off center, but
No,
Son
no, no,
adornos,
it's-
¿no? Nada más las
No,
cabezas
perfect,
esas.
perfect.
Perfect.
Fine, cool. All right.
Sí, son
let's,
como adornos, ¿no?
try
Yo
the
sigo
other
pensando que le faltaban
apologies.
otros dos.
apologies in advance.
Yeah.
Este,
See how this goes.
All right, and you're,
Right.
you're getting on
Otros
there.
dos
Okay.
troncos ahí al lado, ¿no? Sí
You
se ve
have
un
an
poco
axe selected?
triste.
Yeah.
I do. I'm gonna switch off. I wouldn't recommend hitting something.
Ahora hay
with
que
axe.
activarlas, ¿no?
Would-
Acuérdense que
Right.
tienen batería
You'll
todos
destroy
But
estos
you would recommend attacking. I mean, it's
artefactos
kind
son
of
ahí.
working.
fire
Yeah. Oh
on
yeah.
something
Always.
made of
It's
wood.
Solito
kind of
con el
working
aire
on its
ya
own,
está
right? The
funcionando,
sails
¿no?
are doing
But
some
let's just
work.
make it look
No.
a little better.
Yeah.
¡Oh, por Dios!
Yeah.
¡Sueltan fuego! Esas cosas quemó, quemó.
And it's on
Wow.
fire.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh.
Wait, and why not? Just to see what happens.
Y ahora con esa habilidad que los regreses en el tiempo,
I go
¿no?
backwards. Oh yeah.
Wow. Oh,
hit
it
that out
hit
of the
a
way.
tree. Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay.
And that's broken.
No fue mucho lo que lo
Alright.
regresa.
Wow. You made it. You solved
Failed
the
Bueno,
puzzle.
cruzó
Failed
el
upwards.
estanque.
All right, well that's all the time we have for
Eso
this
es todo lo
section.
que tenemos
Thank
por
you so
hoy.
much for joining us. But
Muchas
stay tuned,
gracias.
there's more coming up.
Y hay más
Bye.
por venir todavía. Bye bye. Ok, ¿y qué más nos van a mostrar? Vamos a ver qué tiene preparado Nintendo Treehouse. Ya que sean las 9, por favor. Por amor de
It's only
Dios.
fair that the Treehouse team gets to fuse a lot of things, so I decided to fuse myself to the cement on the street.
Dice, bueno,
And
todos
also featuring
ahorita estaban
Nate.
fusionando muchas
Hello.
cosas y yo decidí
Hello, how are you?
fusionarme
I am
al
doing
concreto,
really
¿no?
well.
Porque en
How
las
does
calles
it
de Nueva
feel
York.
to
O
be
sea,
here
malísimo el
in New
chiste,
York City?
pero bueno.
This is pretty much the
Javier,
perfect night in New
mames,
York
Bob
City.
Ross.
Perfect
Sí
weather,
pareció, ¿verdad?
perfect vibe, and the energy in this place is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think a lot of the
Están en
fans
vivo,
are
están en
having a
vivo en
good
Nueva
time,
York,
highly
en Times Square.
anticipating The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and Nintendo
Están
fused
hablando
a
de toda la
bus
gente que
to celebrate. Look
que
at that.
hay un
That's a
super
creation
ambiente.
I'm going to try to recreate in the game.
Órale, está
Right?
bien padre
Absolutely.
el
I'm not
camioncito,
sure they
¿no?
have video screens to fuse the vehicles, but hey, you know, I haven't finished the game yet.
We have to figure it out. We have to
ellos
figure
ya
it
lo
out.
jugaron
And
y
one
dice,
thing
bueno,
is
sí
that
hay
you
algo ahí como de
started
armar
your
varios
career at
vehículos.
Nintendo with a special game that I love, and that's special to this franchise, Ocarina of Time. How does it feel coming from that game now to see
Dice, ¿qué
Tears
se
of the
siente
Kingdom
venir
releasing?
desde Ocarina del
It's
Tiempo
wild.
hasta
It's a
ahora?
wild ride, certainly, and
Dice, ha
certainly
sido un
not
gran
something that I
viaje.
expected to do professionally, but
Dice,
it
nunca
has been
pensé estar con
absolutely
Nintendo de
amazing
manera
as
profesional.
both a fan and somebody working on the games to
Pero como
see
un fan y como alguien que
each
trabajó en el
time
juego,
that the team continues to surprise us
cada
with
vez
new stuff.
que el
You wouldn't think it was possible. It's like
equipo
every
nos
time you're like, oh my God,
sorprendíamos,
they can't be possibly top this.
decía,
And then they do,
wow, o
and
sea, no
this
podemos
game
superar
is no
esto y
different.
lo
It's absolutely
superábamos.
What would you say is your
Wow.
favorite ability
¿Cuál dirías que es tu
that we've
habilidad
seen so
favorita
far?
que has visto hasta ahora? ¿Qué hemos visto
That
hasta
is
ahora?
actually very difficult
¿Es muy
to say.
difícil?
I'm going to go with fuse, even
Pero
though it's like a
fuse,
tight
o sea,
close race for all of
unir
them.
las cosas,
And that's
¿no?
only
Unir.
because I constantly shift between wanting to make things that look really, really cool
Yeah.
and things that look really, really ridiculous.
Dices
And
porque
I
agarras
wanna
cosas
use
que se
them
ven
both
muy
together.
padres
So,
y
yeah,
cosas que se ven muy ridículas y sacas
All
cosas
right,
bien
we're gonna
intensas,
go with
¿no?
Fuse, and you know what? I think I want
Ya
to
no
hear
puedes
some of
parar
the
usar
fans
Fuse.
and their
¿Sabes qué?
excitement, right? I think
Vamos a ver.
we see some people in cosplay. I got a little cosplay
Que,
going
que
on
hay
myself.
en el
channeling
público varias
Zelda
personas
with my
con
hair.
cosplay, haciendo cosplay,
So
o sea,
I think it's only
disfrazadas.
fair that we do see some of the fans and potentially, maybe, I don't know, give them some stuff. They've been waiting
puede
for
que
a
les
very
den
long time
regalos.
for this.
I totally agree.
La
I
gente que
think
está por
that
allá.
when the time is right, we're going to want to maybe want
Qué
to back
raro
to this line. I was
Treehouse.
actually
Nunca habíamos
trying
visto
to
un
get a
Treehouse
vibe on how
así
far
como
back that goes.
afuera de
I'm
un
not actually
estudio,
sure.
¿no?
It's
Está
dark
súper
out
intenso
here.
eso.
Yeah, I don't know how far it goes. Kind of like the game Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know how far we could
No
go
sé
with
si
that
ahí
game. I
mismo
feel
van a
like it
poder
keeps
comprar el
going.
juego, ¿eh?
But do we have something to
Nosotros
potentially
no tenemos ese
give some
problema.
fans
We do.
today?
Actually,
Ya está
somebody
descargado en el
gave me
Switch.
this earlier, and I wanted to take a quick look at it.
Oh, okay. Let's
Ah,
take
¿qué
a
va a
look.
enseñar?
But this is a lovely scarf that we have here
Oh, una bufanda.
with this brilliant logo.
Está bonita, está bonita.
I have to say, this is one of my, have loved every logo that has been on Zelda from the beginning. This is one of my favorites. You can see
Está padre.
the decayed
Está
Master
padre el logo.
Sword there.
Tiene
This is
la
absolutely beautiful. So,
espada maestra.
I mean, can we talk about
esta
that? I know
cosa
we've
rara
seen
que
so
va a
many
pasar, ¿no? Como-
great
Se
images.
ve en el logo,
I was
¿no?
like-
En el que
I was
traen
like,
las
can I see
playeras
it?
incluso,
I know,
¿no?
but we've seen so many great images of the Master
Como con esa
Sword, but
tecnología
first
son ahí, ¿no?
time with Tears of the Kingdom, we're seeing it really decayed and broken like that, and I feel like we're going to need to
Justo es de lo que están
gather
hablando,
all of
¿no?
our
Que
strength
se
to
ve
get
como
it back to what it should be.
muy
I know, that's
ya
the beauty of this game. And we don't obviously want to
lastimada
spoil
la
too much
espada
of it,
maestra, ¿no? Los
but very
trailers,
early
todo
on,
esto.
you are tasked with exactly that. You see that, basically a great calamity has befallen the land and has befallen the Master Sword. And over the course of a very, very long game, you are going to be doing everything in your power to restore it to its former glory and
prácticamente.
honestly restore the land.
Habían dicho que no iban a hablar mucho de historia,
Alright,
pero dicen
well,
que
let's restore
prácticamente
this
a
land
través del
with
juego
our fans.
Vamos a ir
to
recuperando
its
como la
full
fuerza,
glory,
¿no?
because
De
it's already
la,
glorious. Let's go in.
de la espada
I think we
maestra.
go and give some fans some things, right?
¿Seguimos en vivo? Sí, ¿verdad?
Now, with this
Bien,
game,
bien,
the
bien.
fans are going to be able to recreate or create new things,
Ahora dice
actually, that
que
they're
los
just going to be thinking on
fans-
the fly. But I think right now we should just give them some scarves.
Ay,
I
se
want
nos
to hand some
fue
of these
tantito.
scarves
Ya
out
está.
to our fans and things. So let's do it. You guys want to follow us along?
Yeah, I think we should get some help from the Nintendo team. I'm actually going to
let's go.
grab
Okay,
a couple
ahí ven, ahí tienen
myself.
sus
Who wants some
bolsas.
scarves? Yeah.
Desde las
Yes,
12 están
let's
ahí
go.
las personas.
Here we go. Now we have a lot
Es el
of
fandom que es el...
a lot of fans here who
Ya
are
están dando sus
holding
regalos,
their
su frutzi.
fandom with pride. You're
Miren,
seeing
ahí lleva
the
ese güey la
shirts.
Trifuerza,
You're also seeing the
playeras.
Triforce.
Un güey con
You're
una,
seeing all
una sudadera
of
de
the
Dreamcast.
excitement for the
No, bueno,
Legend of
una
Zelda.
consola
Who
de Zelda.
loves the Legend of
Un güey con una
Zelda?
playera de
Tears of the
Sonic.
Kingdom. Who's excited?
Ahora, es Platón de la Chava y de esos güeyes están padres.
Yes.
Es del evento que hubo de
We
Splatoon, ¿no?
love it.
Justo.
We love to see all of it. I have to give another one out. Yeah.
No
I
esperaba
gotta
esto
give
del
another one
Treehouse,
out.
¿eh?
All right,
O sea,
here
no
we
me
go.
está
Love the
encantando, pero
shirts.
no está
Love
mal.
the shirts. Also, we are matching.
Oh, I know. Yes, exactly. I didn't realize before we were getting on camera they were wearing the same.
Están padres
Well,
las
I'm happy. I
playeritas
haven't
verdes,
actually
¿eh?
sent you a text earlier, and I was like, "Hey, Nate, we got a match for this." Everyone.
Yeah, that's right. And actually, I don't know if you can tell because we have these
Están hablando
big
justo de
lights
las
on us, but
playeras, de
these
que
things glow in the
necesitan
dark, so-
encontrarles algo como que haga...
I did not know that.
Combinación.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go figure out how to see this glow in the dark. Well,
Ah, y
I think we
brillan en la
should
oscuridad
actually see
sus
some
playeras.
gameplay as
Esa
well.
chava,
So
yo no
let's get to
sabía.
it.
Let's do it.
Ok, ya vamos a otro corto, supongo, de...
Hello and welcome back to Nintendo
esa chica.
Treehouse Live. My name is Kay and I'm here with Gabriel and Billy. We're going to take
Otros
another
dos
look
dudes.
at The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Billy, where are we
Este ya es
at and where are
contenido
we going?
pregrabado.
We are at the Great Sky Island.
La sudadera del Dreamcast está
and
chingona,
we
sí.
are going to try
Súper raro, ¿no? Lo de la sudadera.
shrine here. One of the things that I love that they brought back from Breath of the Wild is being able to tag different elements that you see in the environment, and then they appear on your map. So we
No sé por
always
qué me
know
hace
where
esto el OBS, que a veces no me deja...
but as you can see, we've only got 4 hearts. We're a little early on in the game, so we've got a little bit lower level weapons.
Ahí
And
está.
we've already got a friend
Hice unos
here,
cambios, me voy a quitar la sudadera porque hace mucho
He
calor.
wants to play.
that wants to hang out. And so I'm going to quickly fuse this log.
Wow, that is
It's a big boy.
Two-handed weapon. So
Que me perdí.
take a sword.
and goodbye.
Oh, okay, all right.
¿Cuál
I
habilidad
thought you were
íbamos a
gonna
ver
send him
ahorita?
on a little flight.
I was trying.
Ultra Hand ya la vimos, ¿no? Y también la de regresar en el tiempo. De hecho, ya vimos todas ahorita.
Baddies a little bit later.
Más bien es como más
Grab a mushroom
opciones
right
de
there.
fusionar, supongo, ¿no?
Oh, looks like a couple
Más
other
opciones de
swords over
gameplay.
there. Ooh, and Choo Choo.
Quick, they're distracted.
Looks
Ok,
like they
hay
want
algunos
to,
enemigos ahí.
have a chat with each
Están
other.
peleando.
And I think it's time to.
Yo
you know,
creo saber por qué, pero no quiero spoilear como nada. Tengo mi
Announce
teoría.
yourself
Starting
with an
with a bang,
explosion.
you know.
Chido, lo de las granadas
would you do
está
it?
súper intensas.
Truly.
You know, one thing I did notice is the settings for controls.
Ah, ahora
What I
puede, dicen,
needed
ok,
Oh no.
for buttons.
van a
So I
cambiar
do-
algunas
I am
cosas
one of those
del
people
control.
that I'm an enabler,
Swap.
and I
Cambiar.
like swapping the jump button. So
Ah, está cambiando el botón de salto.
Oh my goodness.
Ok, o sea, está como configurable. Es algo de lo que venía escuchando hace rato después de la chamba.
Don't worry about
I
it.
love that Billy just.
Que creo que cambiaron el botón de salto, digo. Pues lo puedes configurar, eso está bien, ¿no? Porque sea diferente
That was a very
al juego
quick way
anterior.
to take
A eso
care
me
of those
refiero con que lo
enemies, and I
cambiaron,
think
¿no?
that you also were able to create some red choo-choo jelly from that too.
I think so. Yeah.
So it was really, really great. And red choo-choo jelly is actually one of the best things to fuse onto arrows, because they
Sí,
basically
están
turn
hablando
into
que se
fire
pueden
arrows.
fusionar algunas
So they're very valuable.
algunos
Looks like
materiales,
this soldier
como la
has a
gelatinita
board.
esa que vimos hace rato que era como eléctrica, pero aquí dice que puede
So
ser
I
una
want
roja
to match.
y ponerse las flechas. No van a hacer eso
How
ahorita al
convenient. There
parecer.
are boards just laying around waiting for you.
Ok, lo unió
So,
con esa cosa. Ah, porque él
When you
también tiene como
attach a
su
board
pala,
to a
¿no?
weapon,
Oh,
you have the
claro,
power
y te
of wind,
avienta, me
and so
imagino, ¿no?
You can also hit enemies, but they're really,
Ahora,
really
¿dónde creen que
useful for crowd
empecemos?
control.
Also the power of
En la
smacking.
parte de abajo. Porque aquí, ¿qué? Si te tiran uno de estos güeyes y te
That's a really
caes.
powerful
O sea, ahorita están en altura, ¿no? Están en 1300 cosos de altura, ¿no?
Water. You do have to be
O
careful
sea, y si te
because,
tiran, ¿qué?
as you can
¿Cómo
see,
regresas
that
ahí?
sword-
¿O simplemente te mueres en esta
A
parte?
little flammable.
Porque pues
and
traes el
pretty-
glider, ¿no? O sea, el paracaidistas.
cool off in the water here. Oh,
No sé cómo que puedas
I
hacer.
like fish.
Ok, pues los pescaditos regresan. Al parecer no puede ir abajo del agua Link.
Get an air
Interesante. Un poco decepcionado de eso.
Nice little swim.
Sigue lo de la
I think you
temperatura,
should
que está
use
ahí al
some
lado
of the
del
forms that
mapa,
you
lo
picked
del
up
ruido que estás
to-
haciendo, que está bajito de la
I think that's a good
temperatura
idea,
y el
because
clima,
I
¿no?
would
Con la
also
hora.
have
O sea,
the
ahí
ability to use my
se pronostica
sword.
todo soleado ahí,
So
¿no?
I'm gonna hop into here. Let's see.
Vamos a ver
Let's
qué van a
take this
fusionar.
concert horn,
Un cuerno de uno de los soldados estos
Hold it.
Sonai.
and then we're gonna drop it.
Lo
I'm
tiras
gonna switch over to
y con una
use the
espada.
sword.
That'll be fun.
Ok, y ahí lo unes.
And that's got a little oomph on it, so I haven't taken any damage.
Sí se ve más
yet,
padre, ¿eh?
but I do
Y supongo que
know,
también tiene más poder.
you know my skill level, so and I do like to cook, so I am.
Ok,
going
vamos a
to
cocinar.
Grab a couple items here.
What you gonna make for us?
Let's
Cocinar.
grab
Estuve jugando apenas patrocinado por el chino en el
Yeah.
juego anterior, Breath of the Wild.
steak.
Y
Surf and
encontré un
turf
gran placer en,
Not, thank
en-
you.
en- en volver a
Always
como
told
empezar
me
a
to
cocinar y
use
así.
salt.
Estuvo interesante, ok.
We'll cook.
Con salecita, le puso carne y roja y blanca, ¿no?
Delicious.
¿Qué va a sacar?
Well balanced.
Yum.
Sure.
So,
Ok. Bueno, con eso obviamente puedes obtener diferentes habilidades, ¿no? Eso ya
and
estaba
I
desde el
do
anterior.
also want to
Pero no sé si los platillos también los puedes unir con
my
cosas.
shield here.
¿Podrás unir platillos con platillos, hacer un platillo súper intenso?
Oh.
Una piedra, ok.
So
Una piedra con
that
su
was
escudo.
me.
That,
I wanted to
that's
use
not
that
exactly
rock
what you
here.
had in mind, was it?
Estuvo un poco random.
There are two different rocks types that you can fuse.
Ah,
One
dos
of them
tipos
is more of
de
a bludgeoning
rocas que
type,
puedes unir.
and one of them's a sharper.
Una que era
edge
como
type.
puntiaguda, que es como el que nos
And
enseñaron
now
hace
that I've
rato,
got
que
a
es como para
one-handed
atacar.
weapon, it makes it
Y eso
so I
para
can
que lo
use-
haga más
I can also
resistente,
use
¿no?
my shield that has
Bueno, aquí ya tenemos como una
That gives it a
pequeña
bit more
grutita,
durability.
¿eh? Puede que sí haya
That's also one of my
cosas
favorite shields
abajo
because
del,
I'm not great at defense,
del
but
mundo,
like
¿no? O sea, en la
turning
parte de abajo,
your shield into
más
an
abajo
offensive
todavía. Ahorita
weapon
estamos en una
is a
isla
weapon,
arriba.
10 out of 10.
Hay que
One
ver
of the
si
nice
es
things
posible
about
eso.
caves is
Ojalá.
oftentimes you're going to find keys, and keys eyeballs
Acuérdense, ¿qué es eso?
are super helpful,
Yes.
especially if you
Acuérdense que salieron las reseñas hoy en la mañana, se liberó el embargo.
Or if you're fighting
10 sobre
a
10 ha tenido el
target.
juego. En casi todos los lugares donde lo han reseñado.
There we go.
Es como un ajolote, ¿no? ¿Qué es eso?
Additions.
Es como un ajolote rana raro.
So that was a bubble frog.
Oh,
And they're new to this title.
ok. Esas cositas, esa que salió corriendo, ya había salido en el primero. Caía como un meteorito y salía esa cosa.
So one of the things that I did see when we got in here is this rock wall here.
checando si
Rock
seguimos
walls
en
aren't
vivo. Nice.
totally new to the Legend of Zelda franchise, and oftentimes you could just use a bomb to.
Ah, ok,
get
bueno,
in
que eso es
there,
algo
but,
como clásico, ¿no? De la franquicia de Zelda.
Sunflowers are a
El
limited
hecho de
resource.
tener
Yeah,
como
you don't want to.
que
You know, I like using as
estas
you
rocas
guys
fracturadas
know,
donde puedes
I
echarle
do like
bombas, ¿no?
using
En este caso no he visto bombas, de
and
hecho.
arrows a lot, so I want to save those. But by fusing this rock and
Ok, unió roca
Great.
con su esta
We get
cosa.
back here,
Y al
and
parecer roca con
it is-
roca es como más fácil.
this is something that I love doing in the game. Every time I see a rock wall, I want to get back there because you'll get helpful resources like rubies.
Ok, ok,
and
bueno, dice
that
que
you
siempre
can
que veas
use
ese tipo de
to
rocas
fuse
va a haber
items, but you
como
can
buenos
also sell to
recursos,
make
¿no?
serious bank.
Siempre
That's
como
a
tratar de
big,
recordar esos
draw
lugares
for
para
me
ir
of
por
the caves that you can
materiales, ¿no?
find. They're very fun to explore because they're full of these new materials, and
Que
ore
dice que estas
deposits
grutas y
and
todos estos como
keys
lugares son como
and
importantes para
sometimes-
explorarlos y agarrar pues materiales.
sometimes treasure too.
Algunas veces
And
tesoros.
the things hiding in caves and behind
Sí, hay
rock
cosas que
walls
se
are always worth
esconden
going after. So
en cuevas
it's
y
a good idea
detrás
to make a point of
de
exploring any
estas
cave you come
rocas
across.
destructibles, ¿no?
So the
Vean
shrine that we're
nada
trying to
más
get
la
to is
inmensidad
up
de
there.
eso, wow.
And so we still have
No
some
sé cuántas horas nos
ground
vamos
to
a
cover.
tardar en este
This
juego,
river right
pero
here is pretty
va a ser
long and pretty
muy genial.
wide. And so for I'm
Creo que
gonna
aquí
need a lot
habíamos
of
visto ya
stamina to get
gameplay,
across.
¿no? De
I
esta
know
parte.
we're this early on in the game that
Sí,
I just don't
sí, de
have.
esta parte habíamos visto gameplay
If you
con
did watch Mr.
Menú.
Aonuma's
Exacto,
presentation,
lo que está diciendo ahorita.
you saw that he used Ultra Hand to fuse
Aquí
these
usaba
three
Ultra
logs
Hand
together
de Numa
with the
para
fan to make a raft.
hacer como el bote, ¿no?
I'm not a big fan of boats. I'll be
Dice,
totally
no soy un
honest.
gran fan de los botes.
So, thanks.
Dice, así que
So I want to find a couple different ways that we can try to traverse this.
voy a encontrar diferentes maneras de
And so
Ah, the floating Zonai
de
platform.
pasar por esa.
So, once you select Ultra Hand, everything that you can interact with
Por ese río,
turns orange. But the ones that you can actually grab that are close enough turn green.
Dice, los que no puedes agarrar están en naranja, pero los que no tienes
manipulate.
seleccionados están muy lejos. O no estás apuntando hacia ellos. Ya en verde los que sí. ¿Qué demonios va a poner? ¿Va a poner la de superficie esa ahí totalmente?
Right, yep.
So I'm going to put
Le
this.
está haciendo honor a su nombre, ¿eh? Ultraman o Ultra Hand.
Those platforms are great because they'll just maintain their altitude.
Las plataformas que estaban allá son perfectas porque mantienen como que su altura,
I
¿no?
want to get away from the water.
Ok, la va a poner en
Yeah,
el
that
agua.
fan's not attached. It's gonna fall.
Uy,
It's gonna fall.
se va a caer el ventilador. Se cayó.
Well,
But
No
that's
lo
the thing
tenía
with Ultra
pegado,
Hand,
¿no?
too. I can also
just grab it from the bottom of the water. Yeah,
Ah,
helpful.
ok. Lo puedes agarrar desde el fondo del agua.
You might want to
No,
stick it
man.
on the top
That
so it
is a
doesn't
good
fall off.
idea. I didn't do it.
Ok, creo que ya lo unió.
So
That's fine.
Pero el ventilador está aquí hacia abajo. Ahí lo va a cambiar, ¿no?
So if I'm
¿De
getting
posición?
this right, it
No, ya lo unió apenas. ¿Y ahora?
but I want to get some verticality out of this thing.
Es lo quiere voltear. Parece
you
este
don't
men
wanna
si no es
push
como muy
regular ship.
muy diestro. Ah, ok. Y como mantienen su altura siempre.
Listen, I respect that.
You know,
I
this
respect the
is,
vision.
Ah, ok.
Now,
Usamos
since
esta
that's too
habilidad
high
para
for me to jump up
subirte.
and hop up there.
Wow.
Send.
Ok.
And then switch over to Ultra Hand, grab the fan.
Y si te llevas otra de esas y la agarras desde abajo y te vas subiendo.
I
Puede
love
ser.
that, like, if you just look around at all the things you can interact with and manipulate
Sí,
with
o
Ultra
sea, todas las
Hand,
cosas con las que puedes
and
interactuar.
really, the sky's the limit with the types of
El
things
cielo
that you can
literalmente es el
build.
límite, dice la chica.
Like, look at this. This is
Y se ven
this
eso.
is flying in style.
That's right.
Esto es volar con estilo.
Listen, personally, I would add maybe like one or two more fans.
Dice,
but,
yo lo
like,
pondría
I
unos cuantos
respect the
ventiladores
vision.
más.
It's cool.
Yeah, you have to be careful though. The more
Tienes-
Zonai devices you add, the quicker it'll drain your energy cell. So
Ah, ok, ok,
this
ok.
early in the game,
O sea, la energía
one
la
fan,
traes tú,
maybe two
no
fans is
los
probably
objetos.
all you need.
So now I've crossed the river.
Entonces, si
but I
pones
wanna
más
try-
objetos,
so
más rápido se va a
let's
consumir
grab
tu
this
energía.
fan off here.
You know, this might be the only way I cross the river ever.
Dice, la chava es la única forma en la que voy a cruzar de ahora en adelante los
Wait,
ríos.
what? Like
On this platform.
on this platform?
Yeah.
Está
Yeah.
bien que nos
Honestly,
hayan puesto esto porque,
It's so much more stylish.
pues no sé,
than the
yo tenía como
log.
la idea de
Still nice,
empezarlo a jugar
relaxing mode.
literalmente como
Yeah,
el juego
look at that.
anterior, ¿no?
I kept my clothes dry too. Until I
Oh, what were you
Ok,
saying?
ya se regresó.
All right,
Ah,
let's
ya no
see
entendí el
what
chiste que
else
hicieron, no lo escuché.
use to get over here. So, got okay.
¿Serán los ventiladores lo suficientemente fuertes
Yeah,
para
if you just
elevar
turn
esa
on,
plataforma
yeah,
tan grande?
and just take a look. Look
Look
at
Lo
all
podemos
those
probar
things.
en
so
media
many
hora.
options.
And like, what are you gonna do with a pot? You know,
Ok,
like
agarró una
you never
caja.
know. You could do something really fun with one.
Yeah, no, I
Entonces
appreciate
todo lo
it.
naranja es lo que puedes agarrar con Ultra Hand. Por ejemplo, ahí cuando no está cortado ese árbol o esas
Exactly.
piedras que están ahí, pues obviamente eso no lo puedes
the
agarrar.
crazy things you
Solo
can
que esté
build
como
with all this
naranjoso,
stuff.
¿no?
This fan here. I'm a fan of fans.
Ok, con una
But not
caja,
fan
va a irse con la caja, pues sí. Aunque la caja se va a caer, ¿no?
Establishing Billy lore.
A ver, ¿qué va a hacer?
Billy Lore.
Ok. Esto en sí no es como muy diestro con los controles. Supongo que así vamos a andar nosotros
Absolutely
también
have
al
a plan
principio.
here, and
Ya cuando le agarremos la onda, pum, pum,
I
pum,
have
pum,
some
pum,
thoughts.
crafteando,
I'm
¿no?
curious to see if I can actually. There we go. I want to do it as
Oh,
far
lo
as-
puso en la esquinita,
Okay.
How,
literal.
how does
precarious.
that make you feel? Okay?
very precarious.
Se ve un
Like,
poco endeble,
So
dice la
what
chava.
I'm gonna actually mix and match a couple abilities here. So
Okay.
what I'm gonna do
Dice,
is
voy a unir unas
use
habilidades.
Ultra Hand to lift
Ultra
that,
hand.
wow, look at the reach on
create
Really good reach.
as
That's
far as I
crazy.
can go,
Se lo voy a llevar
that. Do
tan
not
lejos
fall
como
off the
pueda.
platform,
and now I'm gonna
or
bring
you
it
will
back
drop it
here,
La voy a
into the bottom
regresar
of the river.
La voy a
carefully
poner.
place it here.
y va a usar el del viaje en el tiempo, ¿no? Ok.
All right.
I'm going to
Now what's
use
your game?
another one of Link's abilities, and this is
Uh-huh.
recall. So I'm going to recall
Ok, va a usar Recall.
where that crate was, and we're going to see what we can do.
Ok, ok.
Wow. Okay, so now you're just traveling the path that you created using Ultra Hand and giving yourself some height.
Ok, le pegó. Ok, interesante, no manches, ¿viste? ¿Vieron eso?
Short. Oh.
Y bueno, no llegó exactamente, pero pues ya con la estamina que tienes ya alcanzas del otro lado.
Yes.
That is a
That was
very,
good. That was
Wow.
really good.
very
Okay.
creative use of the materials
Hay
you
que
had on
pensar
hand.
literalmente en 4D en este
I
juego.
especially like the idea of
3D por
creating
cómo
your
vas a
own
unir las
updraft
cosas y
with the
4D
fan.
por la dirección
We should note,
temporal,
though,
¿no?
that the first time you're here on the Great Sky Island, you don't actually have the paraglider, so
Zelda
that solution
4D.
won't work. Unless you come back and try to the advanced course of river crossing.
Wow.
But that's one of the things I love.
Como que no me estaba
about
gustando
this game is being
este
able to
segmento, pero
find
la
different
verdad,
creative ways,
ya
and
esta
different
parte
options.
que regresó en
I'm
el
just gonna ignore
tiempo
those
y
two
las
cheats.
plataformas, sí, wow.
Find different, ways that you want to accomplish objectives.
Dice,
whether
la
that's
cosa es que
in
encuentras
shrine,
diferentes formas de
whether
cumplir los
you're,
objetivos, ¿no? Que te ponen en el
out
juego.
in the world. It's just really, it's fun to mix and match these things. If they work, they work. If they don't,
Dice, es bueno como ir
A lot of trial and
experimentando
error.
y si las cosas
It's
funcionan,
great to
qué
ask
chido, si
yourself,
no,
like,
puedes
can
seguir
I do
intentando otras
that?
cosas.
Will that actually work? And a lot of the
Es como
time
decir,
the answer
oye,
is
¿y esto
yes.
podría funcionar?
And it's actually
Y
a
pues
lot of
intentarlo,
fun.
¿no?
so it looks
I
like
also
we've
just
got.
like the idea of like coming back.
Sí, de
with
acuerdo, y eso es
more
como el
resources
scouting, o sea,
and
esa es como la
trying
forma de
different
hacer.
ways to get
Justo
across.
había visto un
Right.
comentario así, ¿no? De que
Okay,
decían en
well,
las
there is
reseñas
a
sin
Kraken
spoilers,
construct
como
down
las
there.
reseñas
We just
cortas,
saw it
de que habían
fuse
como
something, or we're seeing it now.
redefinido la forma
A
en
barrel?
cómo hacer un mundo
Or not.
abierto que no fuera aburrido, ¿no?
His buddy.
Que por sí, Breath of the Wild no era aburrido, pero
I'm going to attach these two
estoy de acuerdo
logs
que
in
se
here 'cause
podía
they're
llegar
throwing
a
things at me.
convertir
Oh
un
my
poco
gosh.
monótono, ¿no?
Oh, now he's attempting to fuse again. Oh, he made
Pero ahora
a.
con esto es
a
como
guster,
puedes
yeah.
jugar como quieras, o sea, es un sandbox
What's your plan, Billy?
gigantesco,
The
¿no?
Billy way.
Try a ruby here.
Un
Oh,
playground
fine.
gigantesco.
Oh,
Lo mío
no.
con el
Oh
Amber,
my
wow, qué explosión.
What you going to do now?
That was absolute overkill.
Wow.
You know,
Sí, los
chaos
hizo.
never hurt anybody. And we're just
Ok,
going to get out of
que
here.
estás felices de...
Well,
We're going to leave the cards
was-
behind.
Valiant
Obviamente
effort on the
dijeron que no iban a ir
Hoffman
por los
construct.
tesoros para que pues,
Unfortunately,
cada quien
they were not
descubra
prepared to
como lo
fight
que
the
hay en los
camera.
tesoros, ¿no?
So we're going to hop into this cave here, and
Ok,
I like roller coasters.
van a entrar a esa cueva con ese carrito. Esos carritos estaban en la ciudad de los Gorones, me acuerdo, en el primer juego.
And
Y había unos cuantos shrines que tenías que usarlos con la cosita esta como de viento, con la hoja,
Wow.
para desplazarte, ¿no?
Oh, I thought that you did it this time, but it's actually a little bit off center, and that pains me in my soul.
don't
Se la chava que está un
give me
poquito no centrado. Yo lo veo centrado.
business about
vision.
yes.
Ok, ya se
Very,
metieron.
very.
Listen,
Pero no hay
it
luz,
works.
está
That's
oscuro.
all we
Ok, ok.
need, I guess.
Bueno, hasta ahí
Said
llegó.
begrudgingly.
Que no sé para qué la usó, ¿no? Sí, digo, podrías ir
When you're
corriendo,
playing
pero... Ok.
Tears of the Kingdom, you're going to encounter caves that are extremely dark and also, like,
Ah,
as
okay.
you saw, pitch black.
Las cuevas
And you've been seeing me
que están
picking up
muy
these bright
oscuras,
bloom
te vas a
seeds,
encontrar cuevas muy
as
oscuras.
we've been going on. Now, there are a number of ways that
Hay muchas
you
formas
you can use bright bloom seeds to brighten up
en las que vamos a poder
what you're
iluminar
trying to
estas áreas
what
oscuras,
you're
¿no?
trying to see.
There they are.
Ahorita nos van a enseñar una.
And so
Con esta
I'm gonna
cosa, con
drop one
la
of these.
Bright,
So this is,
Bright Bloom
this is a
Seed,
simple way.
con la
Just grab it out of your
semilla
inventory
de la
and whack it. So
Sweet.
Bright Bloom,
Or-
del retoño
They're so cute.
brillante.
you can also throw 'em.
Y también los puedes aventar. Oh,
Nice
ok,
little
las vas a pegar.
That's
Like
one
No
of my favorite ways to do
manches.
it because it doesn't expend any resources.
Yeah, I do like expending resources, as you can
Y
see.
creo que es interesante
And so you
porque,
can
como
also catch one to
decían
an arrow
una vez más en
and
las
just loft
como
one
pequeñas
into an
reseñas
area, and it
críticas,
just brightens it up. Now that can
That's
be
really handy if you're in a
que
really
justo
big
habían atacado
space.
todas las cosas que no estaban tan bien en el juego anterior, a pesar de que fue el juego del año. Y las mejoraron en este. Entonces, justo recuerdo, me llegan esos recuerdos como de tener un inventario gigante con cosas que de plano no usaba y tenías 200 de esa cosa. Y aquí es como que, oye, aquí sí las vas a usar.
Just improve your visibility overall.
Wow, y sí mejoró mucho la visibilidad. Ajá.
So anytime you find a cave,
Ok.
to recap, go in and take everything.
Cuando entras a una cueva,
Take all the
agarren
brightwood
todo.
seeds.
Cualquier
and all the
material.
other
Están
stuff.
trabajando esas cosas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Están excavando.
I've been taking up a lot of gameplay time. Gab, would you
Uy,
like
¿qué
to play?
están haciendo ahí?
There you go.
Let's go.
Let's get after it.
But first
Ok,
of all,
ya se cambiaron el control.
gonna-
Mundo y mundo, vida y vida.
wait.
Jump.
Yeah, okay, no, first of all, I'm gonna right some wrongs here. Not to call anyone out specifically, but yeah, I need that to not be like that.
You do you.
I think I want to use this cute little.
Pero estaba contestando unos mensajes.
Yeah. So I see a railing here, so let's go ahead.
Ok, a ver, dicen que ahí se ve como
Fun
una,
little.
unos rieles.
Yeah. But
Van a ver,
this time, what
¿qué van
I'm
a
gonna
hacer?
do is
Ahí
I'm
sí
actually
tiene que
gonna
propulsar,
take
¿no?
out a fan from a Zonite device capsule. And,
Ok, ahora sí ya va a agarrar este
so these
objeto.
are
Aquí la cosa es cómo nos van a dar estas cosas, ¿no? Comentarios que no salen.
Once you take out the item, you can't put it back in.
¿Hay
But
comentarios que no
basically, it's
salen?
a super handy way to just have just resources at hand.
No, según yo están
so you
todos los
can
comentarios.
create your fun vehicles or your
No
shenanigans.
entendí de qué
as
comentarios
you go.
hablas,
What a
¿no?
view, right?
I know. You're gonna give
Es
Billy
Bueno,
a
ahora
go.
sí me hace sentido que le pongan esa
Okay,
cosa
so
para que
look
vayan
down, look
subiendo, ¿no? Hay comentarios que no
No,
salen,
but
¿neta?
truly,
Wow, that sunset.
the
Ugh.
I love the Sky Islands
Qué raro.
and just like the view from above
So
is
cool.
breathtaking.
No tengo idea por qué.
So okay, to kind of stay
¿Eso
on
nos
task
pasará
here, let me
siempre?
look at the map real quick
¿Y
because
solo
I'm
vemos
someone who
ciertos
gets lost
comentarios?
very easily, so I'm very happy for
Si
the.
digo malas
for the
palabras no
win, so I
salen.
guess
Ah, creo que no,
going
güey.
that way, but first.
Sí, creo que
I wanna
malas
show off
palabras
this
sí
fun
las filtra
little-
YouTube.
Fun little gadget.
Yeah.
So this is a Zonite device dispenser, and how it works is basically.
Sí,
you
trata de
can
escribir con
use,
un lenguaje acorde a este
construct
podcast que no
forms
decimos
or
groserías. Oh,
Zonite charges to get
a ver, ¿de qué me perdí?
Zonite device capsules. So
Ok,
I
tienes
just
que
used,
aventar
5,
objetos
soldier
Zonite para
contract forms.
habilitar esas
And
cápsulas
let's see, we'll get some
Zonite.
fun stuff out of it.
When
Y
you
te
use horns,
salen
it's
regalos.
a 1-to-1 rate, so you'll get one device for every horn you dump in. But if you use
Ah,
Zonite
ok, pero es que
charges,
esas
you get a little bit
que
more
pones como
of an
ofrenda,
increased,
dice diablos y centellas, dice chino.
return on
Las
your
que
investment.
metes ahí
Yeah. And you just
son
pop
de las
them
que
in like
agarras
a
de los
fucking,
enemigos. Y las que te dan,
pretty
que es justo
simple
la
to
pregunta
use,
que tenía, ¿cómo agarras
but,
esos
super
artefactos, no?
helpful. So as you saw,
Pues bueno,
we
ya
got
vimos
some
cómo los
fans, we got
artefactos.
some-
That is
Si pones otras cosas
some
más
portable
chidas, te dan
pods,
más
and
cosas.
One of my personal favorites,
Son
some
cosas
flame
diferentes,
Yeah.
¿no?
Another cool
Diablo,
thing is that
dice Chino.
once you discover these, you can actually look them up in your map. They'll be marked
Ah,
with
ok.
this
Y
symbol,
una vez que
and you'll be
descubres
able to
estas
see
como
exactly the
zonas de
kinds
canje,
of,
vamos a llamarlas,
device capsules that you can
eh,
get from
ya
that
se quedan en tu
particular,
mapa para que pues,
device
puedas
dispenser.
And each
regresar
dispenser
cuando
has
quieras
a
cambiar
different
más, ¿no?
variety of
Interesante.
devices available, so it's
Pero era
worth trying to
random.
seek
Bueno,
them out
supongo que
and,
diferentes cosas te
to
darán
make return trips to them as
algunas,
needed.
o sea,
Yeah,
diferentes
absolutely.
ofrendas que
I
pongas
know
te
we
dan
have to go the other way,
diferentes
but like, listen, I can't resist
devices, ¿no?
a Korok in
Ahí
need.
están los Koroks.
You know.
He's so cute with his little
No,
backpack.
es que sí tienen son muy lindos.
Homie overpacked.
Korok for the win.
Me whenever I go home, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's see what we got to work with. I see. Listen, I'm a fan of the roller coaster ride, so like let's.
Oh,
Ok,
there's a
va
real
a
lady
agarrar
too.
otra vez ese carrito.
Says
Correct,
friend.
friend. So
Let's do that. But you know, we just got a whole bunch of capsules. Like, let's
okay.
more than one. Listen,
Ah, nice catch.
it's fine.
Ok, va a volver a poner lo mismo, ¿no?
We,
Ah, ok, como en el anterior, ¿no? Digo, de una manera diferente,
I could not
pero
have done that any better.
pues está bien, ¿no? Estos como Korok Seeds que nos van a dar ahora
this is the
están un poco menos tediosas que
Okay.
las anteriores.
Let me put this
I mean,
here.
this
Si
is
ve
gonna
todo lo que
be
estoy
a
haciendo por ti.
Gonna be-
Ah, no, lo puso.
excuse me.
Ok.
You missed.
I would like.
En el anterior sí medio lo... No, tampoco.
Okay, hold on.
Ahí
There we
está.
go.
There we
Third
go.
time's the charm, indeed. Okay. And
Maquinita
let's
de los
help our little
chicles.
friend.
Es el chino, sí,
Listen,
¿no?
I want to
Parece.
give him the true like
Esas
roller
maquinitas.
coaster
You should
experience.
turn him so he's
like,
facing forward.
Está
at
bien
least.
chistoso cómo lo pegas,
I
¿no?
don't
Bueno,
think
y el
we
güey
have
todo
to
muriendo.
A roller coaster that went
Lo que le dice la chava, dice, deberías pegarlo con su cara hacia enfrente.
I think so.
No, he's
Oh,
not.
maybe not.
Ya se despegó.
It's fine. Listen.
Well, he's in the
It'll be
safety of the
great.
cart with you. You're
No
fine.
manches, se cae. Sí, mejor ahí que no vea el
It'll be
fondo,
great. That
¿no?
was probably for
Ah,
the
ok, le vuelves a...
It was
Le pegas para
very
activarlas,
safe, very
se
gentle
drena tu
ride.
energía y le vuelves a pegar
little-
para
a little
desactivarlas,
fast,
¿no?
but
Para que
I
no se
wanted it
drenen
to go a
energía.
little faster, but wait, hold on.
Ok, ahora le tiene que sacar, ¿no?
There we go.
Okay, sir. You need to be out of
Va a
this
estar
ride.
intensa la curva de aprendizaje, me imagino. Ok, se te estaba llevando el viento, ¿qué demonios?
I'm so sorry.
Pobres Koroks.
It's okay.
Sweating a little
It's
bit.
all listen. It's all good.
Ya, ok, ya llegó con
those are,
su banda.
Don't you just sweat when you're having so much fun? Like that's what's happening right now.
Their backpack is full of pillows, so it's totally fine.
No Koroks were harmed during this little trip. It was fine.
And important Korok seeds too.
Yes. And actually, I'm gonna take I'm gonna go ahead and use this chance to like use
¿Por
recall
qué no se ve el fondo animado?
to go back. Oh right, we crashed for.
Ok, va a
It
regresar
is
en el
nice
tiempo.
that you can just follow exactly the
Ah, es que no
path,
le puse luz.
go backwards, and you can see the path before you commit
Ya.
to. So if you
De repente no me había dado
cast
cuenta que no
recall of
estaba
something
como
and then
el
see, oh wait, no, that's not where I want to go, you can cancel it earlier.
Yeah.
fondo de atrás, ¿no? El espacio que tenemos ahora.
Um,
Ey, qué buena onda que Nintendo no nos
I guess
quitó
we're
el en vivo,
approaching
¿eh?
Oh yeah,
Se
the
rifaron.
cold environment.
yeah. Okay.
Some snowy mountaintops.
Qué buen plan de
Cold
Nintendo.
environments, if you played Breath of
Si
the
no los
Wild, you'll remember
pirateas,
that
pues
the,
está cool.
uh,
Fair
cold
use, eso se llama
environments
fair
will
use
cause
en
you
copyright.
damage if you're not properly prepared
Uso
for them.
justo en derechos de autor, ¿no?
And Gab, what are you doing to prepare
Ahora
for
está diciendo
the
que...
environment?
So I just took out one of the portable pots that we got just to
Ah, ok, es
show
una
it
de
off. These
las
are a one-time use, so it will
vasijas
poof
que
out
te
of
daban en la
existence once I
maquinita de los
click on it.
chicles.
But I just feel like it's a really helpful addition because you won't always have access to pots wherever you are.
Ah, ok, y es
But if
como
you
una
have these,
portátil para
you
cocinar,
can,
¿no?
You know, you can make food
Por
on
si
the go.
necesitas cocinar,
On
pues
the go.
sacas
And
una de
it's
esas,
worth
pum,
noting
la
that
pones
they
y
will also
listo.
work in the rain because their
Yes.
fire is protected.
Ah, y esas
so
también
there are very
funcionan
handy.
aunque esté lloviendo.
Okay,
Porque
so
están
I'm
como más
cooking. What are we
protegidas, ¿no?
feeling for this meal?
How about
Chicken.
Que iba a acabar cocinando,
Chicken and
supongo.
salt,
Yeah, we gotta spice it. Okay.
Ay, ya me cansé y nos faltan no sé cuántas horas de gameplay ahorita.
chicken wings.
I'm
La
hungry.
espalda, la espalda. Ya somos grandes.
That means you're doing your
Cocinó
job right.
algo para el frío, ¿no? Correcto. Los chilitos te sirven para
Pot
eso.
disappeared.
Yeah.
Pero ¿es solo para cocinar una vez o
And
la
now
quitó?
we're
Ya no me di cuenta de eso.
Going into the cave rather than going into the cold environment.
Listen, I can't resist the cave.
Who can?
You see, there is already potential here for discovery.
Well,
Ok,
and the
bueno,
caves
se
are
metieron a
also
otra
a
de
great
las
place to
cuevas.
get out of the elements too.
Se
So
están
if you're in
como
the middle of
buscando,
a cold
¿no?
environment and you go into a cave, you can warm up a little bit.
Ok, que si hace más frío afuera, si entras a una cueva te
Look at
vas a
all these
calentar un
dry
poco más.
bloom
Que no sé
seeds.
si
Listen,
funciona en la
What?
realidad, ¿no? Según yo tendría que ser más
Resources,
frío.
as we keep saying, like they're worth.
No lo sé, la verdad. No soy geólogo.
definitely worth checking out. Actually, well, now that I'm here,
Una cosa intensa.
we got some rubies. Let me just
Oh yeah.
Va a unir unos rubíes a su
do a
espada.
thing. I wanna-
Yeah, this is another great playstyle, preparing your weapons and
I like where
shields
you're
and
going
such with fuse before you actually get into battle. Gives you a chance
Ah, ok,
to be
o sea,
more
como
thoughtful about what
prepararte,
you're
¿no? Antes
preparing
de
and
preparar
maybe
tus armas antes de que
experiment
entres
a little
a
bit more
combate,
when
¿no?
you're not in the heat of it.
I see a trend
Está
happening.
sacando una de esas cosas de fuego.
No, don't
La va a
mind
poner en su
the-
escudo.
listen,
Que esos ya vimos que escupían fuego, ¿no?
I mean, that's really cool.
Entonces va a estar
It's-
bien
I
intenso.
mean,
Cuando pongas el escudo seguramente y te peguen, va
yeah,
a escupir
it's
fuego
very
esa
handy.
cosa.
And you know, we keep talking about exploring caves, but
Pero ese güey, ¿por qué no lo ataca?
I'm over it. I got what I wanted, so like I'm gonna bounce.
Dice, ya
We'll leave the
estoy,
rest
me
of the
voy para
cave for
arriba,
the-
que
for the
es
viewers
la
at
otra
home
habilidad
to
que habíamos
discover
visto
on
que
their
puedes
own.
usar.
I just love
Ah, ok,
using
aquí está ya el-
ascend to just
Ok,
you know,
acuérdense que
helping
vamos
out
a
in
subir
different
nada más
areas.
un
I always
poquito.
I do
Y
like
puedes
to glance around
scoutear.
for a bit,
Te
make sure
puedes
there's
regresar,
No
así por si
surprises.
no
No
está del
surprises.
nabo, o quedarte arriba, ¿no?
It's a good chance
Yeah,
to,
it is.
to eat my
Genial.
meal.
Bueno, aquí ya tiene frío Link,
It is worth noting that you
por
could
eso
have backed
preparó
out
esa
too
cosa.
if you
Ya
popped
está
out
resistente al frío.
in this environment and there was a baddie waiting for you. You could nope right out of there if you wanted
Yeah,
to. So.
Ah, están diciendo lo que comentábamos ahorita, ¿no?
I
Que
just love
justamente
that
es
all
como
these
para
new
ver primero
abilities just give
qué
you
hay
a
y si no
brand
ya
new way
te
to
regresas
interact
o si
with
te la
the
avientas, ¿no? Por si hay algún
environment into
enemigo muy
play,
fuerte o
right?
algo así, ¿no?
I wanna look at that.
¿Qué es eso?
Can I poke it?
No.
Can I
Nope.
Okay.
Está muy cerca, la quería
Alright,
poner un
okay.
marcador
Thank you.
y puede ser, pero estaba muy cerca al parecer.
We are taking
Para-
the nice
para pinearlo.
off-road route over
Listen,
here.
that's where the good stuff is. Like I haven't found anything yet, but
Dice, no he
I'm
encontrado
I
mucho,
always like taking those side roads and just to see
pero
We're
estos
still heading in the right general
caminos
direction,
see what's up. Oh, I guess you know
Oh.
bad guys.
secundarios,
Another
hay
captain.
buenas cosas, dice.
Change to a bit.
Time to
Que
show
está
off
cambiando,
your,
acuérdense que aquí va
wanna
a
see-
afectar
oh,
ahora a
he's
los
using-
elementos, ¿no?
what's he got? Oh,
Oh.
O él también
Also
unió y
breaking
se está
the
peleando con esos
power of
dudes.
fire. No, they seem like they're having a lot
No
of
están
fun,
diciendo
but
nada
I
de
wanna
historia,
enjoy
pero
it.
con esto me da un poco de idea como por dónde va a ir la historia, creo.
That
I,
looks
you know, he handled
Aunado a los
himself.
rumores, no he querido
Yeah,
hablar
he
nada
did.
de
Really well.
historia ni de
But
rumores, ya lo vamos a ver
I
ahorita
want
que
that
empecemos
thing
el
that you
juego, ¿no?
have, sir, so
Please be
can I-
very careful.
En 15
Listen,
minutos.
I have the power of fire on
Poquito
my
más,
side.
en lo
What can go
que
wrong? Was that not
pongo el
beautiful?
switch, cambio
Very
las
short
pantallas y
work
todo
of
esto,
Very
¿no?
nice.
Wait,
Acabando el en vivo unos 10,
show
15
off
minutos y
your
ya
sword
entramos
a
al...
second?
Yes, look,
Because-
I turned it into a rod of.
Esta isla está enorme, exacto. Y ojo, Chino,
Fireball.
dijeron que
Fireball
todo lo que iba a
shooting.
hacer aquí
That is everything.
es
I
el
really like
área
I know,
That's
but
fun.
also
inicial
Still were
del
able to
juego.
just hit him over the head
Es la
with
gran plateau,
Fun little
como donde
thing.
empiezas el otro juego, que
I
había
need
que
to
hacer 3
embrace
rides.
for a moment
Es el equivalente en
the
este.
power of
¿Viste cómo
fire.
avienta fuego?
Yes,
I mean, that worked out really well, especially in a
The
cold environment.
fuck.
that was great.
That's great.
Tendremos que
And
ser
now that
maestros
you're
Pokémon con
very
Minecraft, con
Hey,
Zelda,
would you like
con
to say
Mario,
the
con
word? Sure.
todo.
Have the
Wow, de
power
juego.
of fire on your.
I appreciate that, and you know, with
Y
great
ya
power
dije,
comes
hasta ahí la
great
vamos a dejar.
responsibility, and so I'm going to.
Eso. Ven cómo está el Link con sus...
said no.
Wow.
Kay said, "I don't trust myself with a weapon like that." So I'm actually going to create
Chino
one
says
of my
está enorme.
favorite shields.
That's what she said.
Yes, thank you for the reminder.
Wow.
And I'm just gonna
A meat shield.
make a meat shield.
Le puso un meat shield,
That's my
un
favorite
escudo de
thing to
carne,
do.
¿no?
My question
Meat shield
I have
es
two
como una
questions.
palabra
One, is
en
it useful to
inglés que se refiere como a...
Yes and yes.
Dope.
Pues en la
Okay,
guerra,
I
¿no?
support
Cuando mandan a las primeras tropas o así, son
I'm gonna
como
restock on
un
some
escudo de
stuff
carne,
in
¿no?
here. and I
Always take the
think-
bomb flowers.
Always.
Always
Yeah.
take the bomb flowers.
Así agarran las
Also
florecitas
always
esas que
need
brillan.
deposits.
Absolutely.
You never know what stuff you're gonna
Van a sacar
find.
más
Also,
recursos.
can we talk about how beautiful this cave is? Right?
Yes.
Se ve
Oh
muy
my gosh.
bonita la cueva,
Look at
sí,
all
lo que están
the-
diciendo es que
the
qué bonita
huge
está.
tree roots.
Muy cierto.
And the
I-
best.
Ve el nivel de detalle, ¿no? Sí está muy
This is
padre.
my
el
favorite one.
diseño.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the
it's
roots
good.
and such.
Tiene como raíces por todos lados,
Go
¿no?
up and see what we have
Su
here. I
escudo
think
de
we're pretty
carne.
close to our
A
destination.
lo mejor sirve como para atraer animales, ¿no? Eso sí lo hemos visto, fauna.
Oh,
Fauna que
hello.
no te ataque. ¿Qué es eso?
Hello,
Oh,
friend.
¿se acuerdan de esos güeyes?
Friend.
I
Question mark.
I have some tasty meat for you.
Oh,
you
y sí lo
like
está
it?
tentando.
It likes you. Maybe
Sure
a little
does.
too
Estos ya los habíamos visto en otros celdas.
Okay, well, but it
Ay,
likes
te
my
roba
hammer
las armas,
better
claro.
than
Your
my shield.
shield.
Es un
That's-
clásico
that's
esto,
okay.
de
That
de
one-
los celdas,
That
esos
one hurt,
enemigos.
and it's distracted.
You didn't ask for dietary restrictions, Kay.
You're
so
right.
Clearly
Maybe
that's
it's a
on you.
vegetarian. Oh boy.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna just eat this surf and
Ah,
turf.
creo que ahora está jugando la chica. No nos lo
Heal up
pusieron
that
en
damage,
cámara,
'cause that was a
pero
lot.
me parece que ahora está jugando la chica.
Yeah, we'll just take this Reaper out. That seems like it would be a good idea.
esos van a ser importantes.
Well, that was a like, and they are not new to the series, but they're new to this title.
I really like.
Ajá, exacto, es lo que
Yeah,
estaban
they're
diciendo del
back. I
enemigo, ¿no?
appreciate
Que ese
it.
enemigo
They
no es
are
nuevo para
actually
la
terrifying,
serie,
though,
pero sí es nuevo
actually.
para esta
Like,
entrega, ¿no?
Really, like, look how gross it is.
Sí, está feo.
Like, I do not,
Ay, sí,
I do not
extiende.
want to come across one of these
Se
in the middle of a
elonga
dark
muy
cave,
cañón,
let me
¿eh?
tell you.
Oh no.
¿Qué será ahí? Aventarle
Let me
como
tell ya.
algo, ¿no?
This one
No
seems
es
like
como
it's guarding a treasure chest.
pelear
Yeah,
melee,
oh,
¿no?
You wanna go for it?
I
Aventarle algo que
do
se
not.
coma.
Because that is just
Una
an
roca,
accident
no sé.
waiting to happen.
Eso
So
es justo
the
lo que hay que
winner-
experimentar, ¿no?
I do not want to
cómo
experience a like belly
matarlo.
again.
Le quedan 2 minutos a
And
la
we're coming out into
comida
the
que
cold
hicieron
environment
resistente
again,
al
and
hielo,
I have about 2 minutes
frío.
left on my cold resistance,
Exacto.
but I don't like being on a timer, so I'm just gonna put some warm sweats.
Ah,
on.
ok, ya tiene,
And now
ya
I'm
tiene
good to go,
ropita
even
para
if
resistir
that
el frío, no
resistance wears
importando
I assume you can find those around here
que
somewhere.
tengas
Yep,
lo de
I
la
think
comida,
so.
¿no?
You'll
You
have
think-
to take a look and see for yourself.
Lo que no he visto tampoco es el contador de rupias. No recuerdo si en el anterior lo teníamos en
Thank
algún
you.
lado
Yeah.
de la UI.
All those choo-choo
The
jellies.
Gab is all about the fire, but I'm all about the ice.
Nice. Listen, we balance
O
each
sea, a
other
ti te
out.
gusta el fuego, a mí el hielo, ¿no?
All
And
right.
Billy's just
Qué
about
amenos son los
exploding,
presentadores de
so-
Yeah,
Nintendo.
I can get behind that too.
Siempre pues con
So
esta
we
vibra de
are
Nintendesca,
trying
¿no?
to get up
De
there.
buena
The
onda.
shrine is right there, but this wall here is covered in ice,
¿Dijo Shrine?
and it's a little slippery.
¿Dijo Shrine?
A little bit. I don't think we'll be able to. I don't think.
Sí,
I'll be able
¿verdad?
to
Dijo
do that,
shrine.
especially not with the equipment I.
O sea,
currently
regresan los
have. But
shrines más
We do have
los
some
calabozos.
trees over here, so I'm gonna cut down a few trees and try to make
Ok,
something I can climb up.
no sé. Pero lo que
I
dice ahorita
don't
es que no
have an
puede escalar
axe.
porque
I
estaba
have
como muy
some sharp
resbaloso, porque es como
weapons, but I
hielo,
don't
hielo,
want to
¿no?
really ruin their durability. But I do have this stone shield that Billy made.
This
Ay,
wonderful.
va a
And
agarrar el
when
escudo
in doubt,
con la piedra
uh,
puntiaguda.
be a little
Y lo empieza a
creative
cortar,
and out of the box.
haciendo
Take
como
that,
el parry.
Take that and that.
so
One of
wacky.
those.
Ya se va a
And-
romper el escudo.
Can I make
Ok, tal vez no es muy bueno.
Oh.
Sí, no.
Well, I guess I'll just
But this is what I was saying, right? Like you can turn shields into
into axes.
weapons
Puedes
and like
convertir
useful like,
escudos
just
en
tools.
herramienta,
Yeah,
en
absolutely
armas, ¿no?
So there is another sharp rock down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and fuse
Va a
it
agarrar
to
otra de
my
las
thick
piedras,
stick,
la va a
and now I
unir a-
have a big axe.
Ah, ya tiene una,
Big axe.
un hacha,
And I'm
¿no?
gonna cut down one more tree.
Va a ser
'cause I
más
don't
fácil,
think two
supongo.
is gonna cut it.
De 2
There we
golpes.
go.
Ok.
That was really nice. Okay, and then
Ay, ya tengo
you're
sueño.
just gonna fuse these babies together. And
Ayer me
I
dormí
am
tarde
kind
por
of
ver
a
el partido de
perfectionist
LAN.
when it comes to building stuff, so it always takes me a really long time.
¿Qué-
Because I'm
qué-
like,
qué va a construir?
no, I want it
¿Las
to
va a
be
poner en línea?
perfect.
Billy and I, on the other hand, are like,
Para
oh,
hacer que
it's
como
on
una
there, it works.
escalera.
Okay, this is not quite right still.
Y eso que supongo
It's a
que ya lo
little
habían
difficult
como
to do this.
practicado ellos, ¿no?
When the logs are rolling. There we go.
I thought you did pretty great considering it was moving.
Sí, exacto, se estaba moviendo y
That's
aún
the
así
thing I
lo
really
pudo
love about
como
Ultra
unir.
Hand. It's really easy to quickly grab and manipulate items and put them together or
Yeah.
make them do what you want them to do.
You know what? We are gonna.
Ok.
We're gonna
Parece-
go with it.
¿sí?
We're gonna go with it.
Ok, entonces te
Give me
vas a
little
subir
bit
en
of
esa
a
cosa.
boost.
Pero
I
¿cómo la
just
va a
want to
mantener ahí?
stick
¿No
it
se
right
resbala?
here.
Ah,
Hope it
ok,
doesn't
como
fall on
vertical,
me.
vertical. Oh, que no se vaya a caer.
I think we're gonna. I felt everyone
Wow.
cringe on this couch. We're fine, you guys. Look, we're fine.
Y ven, todavía hay otra isla allá
Not gonna
arriba.
fall when I
¿Qué
get to the
demonios con
top
este
like
juego?
this. Hey,
We did it.
We
A ver,
did
yo
it.
quiero ver si
We
escuché
did it.
mal
That
y
was a
si
little
dijo
precarious,
shrine
but
o no
we
dijo
managed
shrine.
to climb up the wall using our makeshift ladder, and obviously that's not the only solution. So please look forward to being able to test out a bunch of different things. So now with this beautiful vista here, we are at the shrine, and that's all
Sí,
the
sí
time we
dijo
have
shrine.
for this segment.
Oh,
So
por Dios, sí
thank you
dijo
very
shrine.
much for tuning in. We've got a lot more in store for you.
Tenemos
Sit
confirmación de
tight
shrine,
and we'll be back
señores.
Soon. See you later.
Señoras y señores, quedan 7 minutos, supongo que ya es la despedida, ¿no? Voy prendiendo el Switch para ver si ya nos va dejando. Seguramente ahorita van a decir, ¿no? Que ya lo
Now that we've
puedes.
seen some abilities, I think
Sí,
we've
hemos visto algunas
explored a lot
habilidades.
on the Great Sky Island.
En
I think
la
I'd like to
gran isla
actually
flotante.
thank our guests for joining us. We
Sí,
have,
quiero
on behalf of the entire Zelda development team, the director of The Legend of
presentar
Zelda, Tears of the
a
Kingdom,
varias de las
Hidemaro
personas que
Fujibayashi. Thank you so
estuvieron en
much
el
for
desarrollo
joining
del juego.
us.
お越しいただいてありがとうございます。
Hidemaru
Now you're coming all the
Fujibayashi
way from Japan to
vino
New
desde
York
Japón
City. How
a
do you
Nueva
like New
York.
York?
日本からニューヨークに
¿Qué tal
来てくださっ
Nueva
て、ニューヨークいかがでしょうか。
僕初めてニューヨークなんですね。
Aquí es donde
今
Chino
回が
traduce.
で、ずっと日本からこの現場を動画とかでよく見て
Dice,
たんですけど
sí, tuve
その
que
本
ir
番
al
に一度は
podcast,
行って
estar
み
con
たいと思っ
Manuel
て
en la
今
presentación de
日
Tears of the
夢が叶
Kingdom,
って
pero
すごく喜んでます。
no pudimos.
So, this is actually my first
lo que dijo
time
es,
in New
es mi
York,
primera
and I've
vez
seen
en Nueva York.
what New York is like from TV
Dice, había visto cómo era Nueva
movies
York
and footage and
en la
whatnot, so I've been
tele
kind
y
of
así,
dreaming about it. So
fotos,
it's great to actually finally
pero
be
es
here.
genial
It's like a
estar
dream come
por fin
true.
aquí. Es un
Now,
sueño
one
hecho
of the
realidad.
things New York is known for
Es una de las cosas por las
is
que se
New
conoce Nueva
York
York.
steak.
Es-
And Link likes to
es
enjoy a little bit
el
of steak
bistec
as
o la
well
carne
in the
tipo
game.
Nueva York.
So, did you get
Sí,
to
Link
enjoy
también come
some?
mucho.
ニューヨークといえばやはりニューヨークステーキが有名で、リンクもステーキを作るのが好きなんですが、ニューヨークステーキは召し上がれましたでしょうか？
そうなんですよね。もうリンクも好きなだけあって、
そうなんですよね。
僕もステーキは大好き
No sé exactamente qué
で、
digan.
せっかくニューヨークに来たからそのニューヨークステーキを昨日食べたんですよ。それも想像以上に大きくて太くて、
En japonés ya no es lo
分
que era
厚くて
antes, así que
美味し
tenemos
く
que
て、
esperar al otro men a que
もうたく
traduzca.
さん食べ過ぎてお腹いっぱいになりました
Yeah, like Link, I also like steak, and we
Dice,
are
como a
here.
Link
So
también le gusta el
I went,
bistec.
I think it was last night, to get some New York steak, and it was way thicker, way bigger than I had imagined.
Es el
It
que
really filled me
probé
up.
era
It was
más
wonderful.
gordo de todo lo que
So
había
no room
imaginado.
for
That's what she
dessert.
said.
デザートはちょっと入らな
¿Qué
かった。
pediste de postre? Creo que lo
デ
pregunté.
ザートもまたでっかいシャーベットが出てきて、もうそれもお腹いっぱい食べました美味しかったです
Oh no, there was dessert, and we had this
Ese era el
sorbet,
postre.
and it was huge, and I ate it all. It was filling.
Oh, no escuché qué, pero que
So
era
your
muy grande.
stamina bar is very high now.
じゃあスタミナ頑張りゲージも
Así
か
que
な
tu
り
estamina es muy grande
そう
ahorita,
です
¿no?
ね、もう今日も頑張っていけます
Yep, I'm all good. I'm all set to go today.
Sí, estoy
Now,
bien. Estoy listo.
Fujibayashi-san, can you tell us a little bit about the other games in the franchise that you've worked on?
¿Puedes decirnos en qué otros juegos de la
触った
franquicia
ゲーム
has
に関して何
participado?
か教えていただけますでしょうか？
そうですね、最近だと、
Sí.
前作の「ブレス・オブ・ザ・ワイルド」そしてその前の「スカイウォード・ソード」などが僕がディレクタ
スカイワールド
ーさせていただいているゲームになりますね
You know, in recent years,
Son
obviously
años
it's the last game, Breath
más
of the Wild,
recientes.
Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild,
Estuve en Breath of the
and
Wild.
also Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword were
Skyward.
two games that I were directors on.
Now,
Que
it
son
must
los
be
dos juegos
exciting
que
to
ha
see this
hecho
come
dirección de no
to
sé qué.
Tears of the Kingdom. And as we saw in the Nintendo Treehouse Live segment, it seems that Breath of the Wild, players will need to shift their thought from that game into Tears of the
Exacto, dice,
Kingdom.
al parecer,
So
por lo que
what
hemos
do you think is
visto,
most important
El
for
juego,
players to
los
adjust
jugadores que
when
jugaron
going
Breath
into
of the
Tears of
Wild
the
van a tener
Kingdom?
que cambiar su tren de pensamientos, así que ¿qué les recomiendas para esta nueva entrega, no? Como, ¿qué crees que sea lo más importante que deben de tener en cuenta, ¿no? Para hacer este como cambio de paradigma, vamos a
プレイヤ
decirlo
ー
así.
が考え方を調整するにあたって何が一番大事だと思うん
Faltan
ですか？
4 minutos.
そうですね、
Veamos
前
si puede
作
jugar.
「ブレス・オブ・ザ・ワイルドは」遊ばれてたお客様がソーシャルメディアとかでよく、記憶をね一度消してもう一度、最初から遊びたいっていうようなコメントをよく僕は目にしてたんですけども、それを、まさに「Tears of the Kingdom」では実現しているかなと思っています。ブレス・オブ・ザ・ワイルドをプレイされた時と同じかそれ以上の
Que ella se aventó todo un choro que tendremos que traducir. Primero ese men al inglés.
そしてまた、同じように謎解きやストーリーが一新されていますのでぜひ、体験していただいて遊んでもらってまた感動を体験してもらいたいですね。
You know, I remember a couple of social media posts that were posted by Breath of the Wild players, and they had mentioned that they wish they could clear out or reset their memories and play the game again. And that's exactly what we want to realize with the Tears of the Kingdom. We really built the game such that you can really have the same experience that players have had when they first played Breath of the Wild, or perhaps even better. And with that, we've added an entirely new set of puzzles, an entirely new story that you can really put your teeth into. So I really really implore everybody to
en 2 minutos en teoría se libera, Javier.
of memory as they embark on their adventure.
Well, let's talk about the players for a little bit because obviously there's different elements of the game.
Pero pues vamos a hacer otro en vivo, o sea, ahorita nada más hacemos confirmación de que se libere y entramos luego al otro en vivo. Nada más hago como algunos cambios aquí para la otra transmisión. Como 9:15 vamos a estar jugando en teoría. Si ahorita anuncian ya que ya se puede jugar, pues ya. En 15 minutos después de que acabe esto, ya le damos al
お客様が
gameplay.
リンクの新しい能力を使って想像して僕
Ya
た
nos
ち
escuché
が
que les
想像もしていな
preguntaron.
かったような武器とか乗り物
A ver, Javier, tú que fuiste a
作ら
Japón,
れるんじゃないか
tradúcenos.
なと思っていて、そういったユニークなものを見ることができるのをすごく楽しみにしています。
Claro.
You know, as it was already demonstrated through the Treehouse Live segments,
Como
I
ya fue
think
demostrado en los
that
segmentos,
with the use of Link's new abilities,
con el uso de las
people
nuevas
are going
habilidades
to
de
be
Link,
able to create weapons,
vamos a poder
vehicles
crear
that really go beyond the imagination
armas,
of even us,
vehículos
the dev team.
que
So
van
I'm really
a
looking forward to seeing what kind of
llevar
unique
tu
creations come out of this.
imaginación y van a hacer
Right
nuevos
now,
límites y
you've been working on
y a
Tears
crear
of the
cosas
Kingdom
únicas.
for quite some time now. So how does it feel to finally be releasing the
Se han
game?
trabajado en
And
este
does
juego
it
tanto
feel
tiempo, ¿cómo se
like,
siente ya sacar el juego
to
por
see
fin?
the excitement of fans? So how does that
Está
feel?
traduciendo Javis, chequen.
今回の本作の開発には何年も携わっていて、今
あ
やっと
¿qué están
リリ
diciendo,
ースに至ってそしてここのイベントに参加しているファンの盛り上がりを見て今どのように感じていますでしょうか。
そうですね。
そうか
もうその皆さんと同じように僕も今すごく興奮しています。たくさんのね今回のゲームには隠し要素とか謎解きが世界各地に散りばめて作ってありますので、そのハイラの大地をゆっくりと探索して楽しんでもらいたい。
No se pierdan el gameplay del podcast de Link, que tiene la bendición de Miyamoto y su sobrino el chino.
There's really countless hidden secrets and puzzles strewn across the world. So I'd really love it if you just take your time and really take all that the land of Hyrule has to offer you in this new adventure.
All right, well, you
ya no
have
escuché
going on this new adventure.
Supongo que algo así como que
Thank you so much
espero
for
que lo disfruten,
translating.
¿no? Ya son las 9.
Yashi-san, thank you so much for joining us. And with that, I think it's time that we head
Estoy
into
checando
the
si ya
next
se puede
segment
jugar.
with the Nintendo Treehouse team.
No, todavía no. No, por Dios.
Hello
¿Por
and
qué
welcome
todavía
back
no?
to Nintendo Treehouse Live. My name is Kindra and
Hola,
I'm up
soy
here with my
Kindra.
friends Jose and Sam.
¿Van a seguir
And we
jugando?
are playing The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. We are down spelunking in a cave at the moment, and we're going to talk a bit more about caves, but one thing I also want to say right out of the gate is that we're going to be introducing a brand new ability.
So vamos a hablar de las
later on in
cuevas y
the
van a
segment,
introducir
so
una
stick
nueva
around. We have not shown it
habilidad.
anywhere yet, and we're really pumped to show you. But let's get right into it, into this cave that we are exploring. So,
yo pensé que iba a durar nada más una hora esto. Estoy checando si se puede jugar, pero todavía no.
Expansive than they were in Breath of the Wild. So, Zelda games are all about exploration.
Okay.
They're all about
Tiene la gorrita del...
looking all over the place, looking for things to find.
Okay, bueno,
and
¿qué están diciendo
previously
que?
in Breath of the Wild, we would explore above ground.
Pues
In
tienes
this
que
game,
explorar.
we're going to explore
Pues,
above ground, we're going to explore up in the sky, and we're going to explore underground. So, Sam, you want to talk a little
están
more
diciendo que
about
aquí sí vas a poder explorar debajo de la tierra,
So,
a nivel
caves were
normal
obviously in the
y en
Legend of
las
Zelda
islas
Breath
en el
of the
aire, ¿no?
Wild, but they're much more prominent in Tears of the Kingdom. And part of the reason for that is because the world of Hyrule in Tears of the Kingdom has experienced an event called the Upheaval. And the Upheaval has changed the landscape in many ways. The castle has risen into the air, some sky islands have appeared, but it's also opened up and exposed all of these cave systems all over the place. And you can find entrances to these caves just running around exploring in a field. You might find an entrance, or climbing on a cliffside and you might find an entrance in one of these caves. And as you mentioned before, they're much more expansive than they were before. Like, you never know what you're going to find down.
No, están a menos un metro, ¿no?
Like a like
Menos 10 metros.
Super gross looking.
Entonces, pues sí, ¿no? Se confirma
And
eso
we've
que
already found so much
teníamos
stuff
como que
just
los
in the
rumores,
few
¿no?
minutes we've been in here,
You've
but
done some
De que
mining.
pues, sí vamos a poder estar como abajo de, ¿no?
we gotta
O sea,
talk
porque esto ya no es en
about,
una
we
isla,
gotta
esto ya es a
talk
nivel
about the
normal,
hood,
¿no?
'cause, wow.
Ya no son una de las islas flotantes, ¿no?
This is
sea,
Veamos,
el ras de
which
piso,
is a
digamos,
returning
abajo.
item from the Breath of the Wild. You may remember that in Breath of the Wild, this was tied to the Champion's Ballad, and it was a treasure that you can find out in the world.
Okay,
I'm
hablando
here
de...
to tell you, you can actually find this out in your adventures during Tears of the Kingdom.
Están hablando de
You too
que
look this cool.
ese tipo
and
de,
Fabio's a personal favorite character.
de atuendos
But let's change up the
los
facts a little
encontrabas
bit
como que en el
and let's
DLC
put on-
de Breath of the Wild, pero aquí los vas a poder encontrar de manera
So check this
normal.
out. You may recognize this headdress
The
from
giant rocks.
¿Se puede que
Yes,
reconozcan
rocks
esta?
add to
Those
the
really
Esta
add to it, yeah.
gorrita?
But this
It's
headdress
part of your ensemble.
was in trailer 3. It looked really cool. You may have noticed Link using it
Sé
on
que en el
horseback.
trailer 3 se veía que Link lo estaba usando, no lo recuerdo.
Oh, real quick, yeah. Can you go back to the headdress?
Oh, yeah,
so
sure.
we could look at the. So this is a
Estoy
new piece
checando
of
si ya
armor,
podemos
like you
jugar.
mentioned, but with it comes a new armor ability. That
¿A poco
hot
será hasta
button
las
is
10?
there. So there are going to be new armor abilities that are tied to new pieces
¿Será
of
hasta
armor
las
in this
10?
game.
So I've got a rock hammer, and you saw me break through some walls earlier. It takes a couple swings, but there is a more efficient way to do this. So we're going to switch on over to a two-handed weapon, a thick stick, and we're going to use fuse on this round rock over here.
I just want to mention real quick, we're going to stay away from that like,
Yeah,
because we know what happens when you get close to a like.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
But look at this hammer, though. Look how much
Qué
more
rápido
efficient this is for digging,
Yeah.
kind of getting through. I'm going to break this wall down just because I get really
Ok, antes de que no se les cayó encima.
breaking
Go get that,
everything.
go get that.
All right, I'm going to...
Oh, ¿qué es eso? Es otro Pokémon. Oh, sí lo agarró.
It's a sticky
Ah, no,
lizard,
eso ya
so
los
let's check
habíamos
out the
visto.
description.
Yeah, you could see there, it says it could be an asset
Es
for a climber on wet
un
surfaces if it were mixed into
lagarto
elixir. So
literal
if you played Breath of the Wild, you know,
pegajoso,
that
¿no?
climbing while it was raining it could be a trying experience. So
That's a
being
nice way
able
to put it.
yeah, being able to make an elixir to help with that is a big deal.
All right, so we're back to
Ok, hacer
our
el
like
elixir.
Friend.
Pócimas, porque también se pueden cocinar no solamente comida, sino como pócimas. Desde el
In
anterior.
the prior segment, we showed you
En el
the
segmento
spring
anterior
semi device, and we showed, you know, to spring you into the air. You can fuse it.
mostraron
to a
este
shield or to a
resortito.
weapon, and
Right.
Lo va a unir con su
Enemies will
escudo, que ya
bounce
lo
off
habían
of it
mostrado
when
eso.
they
Ajá.
attack it when it's on your shield.
Yeah, but if you
Ah.
shield surf, well, hang on. There we go.
Oh.
You got like a pogo
The
action.
fuck?
Cool,
Maybe
yeah.
a little too pogo,
It's
but
like a big pogo
Sí, sí, sí,
stick.
porque desde el
The
anterior
first
ya
time you
podías
showed
hacer.
that to me in the
¡Uy,
office, I
bombas!
shouted something really
Regresaron
loud.
las,
I hope
las flores
nobody was
bomba.
around.
yeah. So
I was Sam.
Pues lo va a unir,
I
¿no?
heard.
Claro.
I was there. Let me tell you, it was loud. So,
Wow,
Why
ok.
did you do that?
yeah, I picked up a bomb flower.
O sea,
and
está
you
muy
see here
cool,
that you can fuse it to an arrow.
pero mi hype
and of course,
esperaba
bomb
una
arrows
hora,
in the previous
nada
game,
más.
But here you're improvising
Ay, no le va a hacer daño ahí.
materials, which is
Apenas.
all about fuse and what it does. I'm actually going to switch my shield back because
Well,
there
it's
is an.
nice
¿Pueden
that those bombs were
investigar?
there because it allowed you a different way to get through that wall.
Oh yeah, totally.
Es
Okay,
que mi
and
cámara
you're
está.
really
Mi cámara es mi
actually going to
celular.
leave it alone this
Yeah,
time.
look at the little stone
These little
tablet.
ones are super cute. They have really cute little legs, and Jose is gonna kill it.
They are not going to survive.
Violently too.
No, me dice todavía no.
We're not here to make friends, all right? If it had been a
Yo
little
creo que sí es a
friendlier
las
game.
10 entonces.
If you want to save arrows, you can throw bombs instead, which I'm going to do here. You definitely want to keep
Yeah,
an eye
Ah,
on
también
that
puedes
rack.
aventar las bombas,
Stand
claro.
back, let it rip,
Boom.
let the explosion happen.
Wow.
All right, there we go.
Ok.
Oh yeah, this is really cool. So this is clearly
Wow,
an
encontró una
existing
entrada a algún lugar.
structure that we're walking into now that someone has built.
Ah,
And
eso
this
es
is like
extraño. Now playing. Ok.
it's
Yo
not
así de.
integrated into part of the game
Esperando que
system.
abajo diga, ya puedes jugarlo.
Broken
Deja
into
de ver el
this,
Treehouse y ya puedes
area.
jugarlo. Obviamente eso no va a pasar.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it really makes you
Lo van a
wonder
anunciar hasta el
what else
final.
you're gonna find down here.
Right.
I'll tell
Like
you
another
what,
like, yeah.
No.
Wow.
Not dealing with that.
O sea, las mazmorras, ya que, bueno, están a 6 metros, no es mucho.
Conspicuous set of rocks.
Yep, and there's a chest, so let's just Ultra Hand. It's not just for attaching
Ajá,
items.
Ultra Hand no solamente es para
So,
agarrar cosas, sino para
over
jalarlas, ¿no?
I had
Para
that
acceder
revelation
a
when I was
ellos.
pulling rush rooms
Interesante.
off of a wall with Ultra Hand. I was like, oh, I could just use it to reach things.
Oh yeah, that.
Está muy chido.
cool.
Dice Jan Lozano, hola, perdón por llegar
The item
tarde.
you just found.
No te preocupes,
The
man.
item that I just got is a
¿Cómo
pretty
estás?
charged sword.
Pues al parecer no,
Yeah,
no
it
estamos
has-
tarde,
it has
porque
an
al parecer
ability
va a
on
durar,
charging stamina.
no sé si otra hora o media hora o cuánto más el direct. Yo pensé que ya lo podíamos jugar ahorita a las 9.
I'm just gonna drop another
Las 10 para que puedas jugarlo, sí, ¿verdad?
I just want this
Voy a tener que
spear.
cambiar el en vivo que teníamos ahorita
So
programado.
now, I'm not going to throw the sword, I promise. We just got that. Instead,
Lo voy a ir cambiando.
I'm
You're
all,
gonna
about
throw a
the,
steak.
I'm all about the details in these games, and one of my favorite things is kind of experimenting with enemies and just to see
Ah,
what they
ok, ahí sí la
respond to.
aventó como que nada más la carne para ver si se la come. O
Critters and
si se la comió, y supongo que mientras está comiendo no te va a atacar, ¿no?
to enjoy their choice meats.
Working right up under him, huh?
But we
Claro.
also, we're also
Ahora le va a dejar una bombita. O sea, primero
We're
lo...
gonna find out. He's gotta finish eating that snack.
Well distracted.
And
Uy, ya tenemos nuestro primer short en YouTube, nice, vayan a ver, ya lo subió Chibi.
Very, not
Lleva
very.
493 vistas,
Oh,
nice.
bye.
Yeah.
Bien,
That's a
Chibi, bien.
classic way to attack a like. You know,
Absolutely.
in previous Zelda games, that's what you might do.
Jose.
Ya estamos empezando a hacer los
If it
shorts.
doesn't swing, I'll leave it alone. Oh, never mind.
Oh, roca contra roca,
They're
es como
enemies, Kendra. They will attack you.
fuerte,
A
supongo.
little,
Acuérdense que aquí
it's
vamos a tener que usar
Alright, I'm
como
gonna
cosas
switch
de
up my
elementos, estaban
shield
haciendo
and
así
my
como
base
que
weapon. I'm
lo
using
eléctrico
a-
contra lo
just to show
de
folks,
agua,
extra durable,
fuego
which is
contra
gonna
agua y
be
así.
useful. because we have
Voy a
actually
editar
this blue rock
el
over
otro
here is
evento.
much more difficult to get through. It's
Que
just a
ya
little more
teníamos.
resilient, and so in order to avoid that, and just to show folks, right, because we want to demonstrate this, you'll see that just a couple of swings of this hammer, it's not breaking as
Yeah, it's
quickly
gonna
as it was
take
earlier.
a minute.
Yeah, so
We don't have time for that.
we don't.
No.
So I'm going to switch over to this stick. I'm going to go over to my Zonai devices, and I happen to have 2 cannons here. I actually have a bunch of cannons, but I'm going to take 2 of them out. I'm going to
El
drop them right in front of me.
Vamos a
Then I'm
editarlo.
going to use fuse, and I'm going to make a cannon club.
¿A
And
qué hora
a
será?
cannon
Bueno,
shield.
pues a
I'm like,
las
check me
10:15,
out. I'm like,
¿no?
I am ready to dig.
That looks pretty
22
sweet.
y cuarto.
Really could look.
Only slightly ridiculous.
intense.
Mostly very cool.
That's
You want to
intense.
stand back, or you can use the R
A
button.
ver, dígame,
to
chat,
throw
si ya les
instead
aparece
of playing the
actualizado
cannon shot,
el,
which I think is the better way to do this.
Yeah.
la nueva,
but you can also use your shield.
la transmisión para las 10.
Oh, I want to
Según yo
mention real
debería
quick,
salir
yes,
con el
Zonai
canal.
devices are powered by your energy cell, and as you could see
Ok,
down
con
there,
esas cosas ya
we've
están súper
expanded this
poderosos.
energy
Creo que
cell,
uno o dos ya me
which is
alcancé a
something
ver
that
por
you're
estar
going to be
cambiando
able
lo
to do
del...
throughout the course of your game is
en vivo a
permanently
las
upgrade the
10.
capacity of that energy cell.
Oh yeah.
Uy,
Alright,
yo
so
que me
we've
quería
got
dormir a las 10.
Okay.
Ni modo.
enemies up here on a little bridge. I want to prepare for this because
Yo creo
being
que sí vamos a hacer
prepared
nada
for
más
that
una
is
hora
probably better than improvising
a las
as we
10
go.
ya con el
I'm gonna
juego,
switch
¿no?
over to a two-handed.
Y ya por más que lo intento,
yeah.
obviamente
I'm
aquí en
like,
Switch no nos va a dejar.
Yeah.
Charge!
Here's my soldier shield. I'm going to drop it. You
No.
may have seen this in the
Sí, va a ser
last
hasta las
trailer,
10.
specifically trailer 3 for Tears of the Kingdom.
Right.
But you can now fuse a shield to a two-handed
Ok,
weapon. And
ahora
what
es como
comes
que
with
el
this is
paradigma
actually super
diferente,
cool,
¿no?
because you'll notice
Tienes
the
un
ready
arma
stance is very
y la
different.
unes
It's more
a un
defensive.
escudo,
So if I run up
pero
to
sin
this
traer el
enemy
escudo, o
right
sea,
here,
traes el arma.
you'll see that when
Oh,
the
es que
goblin
tiene
takes a
su
swing at me,
cabeza de
I can
cuerno.
block.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
really neat. Like we've seen how
Okay.
you could turn a shield into an offensive weapon in a previous segment by attaching materials or weapons to it, or even Zonai devices
Wow.
or the cannon that
Okay.
you have.
Yeah.
But by fusing that shield to your two-handed weapon, you now no longer have to sacrifice defense. Because if you remember, with
Whoa.
a two-handed weapon before, you couldn't ready a shield. Because both of your hands were
Oh,
occupied.
está bien
and
padre su
now
cabeza.
you have that defense.
Tiene
And you can also play keep away.
como un... y lo patea.
And done.
Bye.
All right.
But
So,
yeah, let's take a moment just to look at where we are.
Yeah,
I
let's
mean, this is
check
a
it out.
really neat environment.
Wow.
Well,
Sí,
and what I
la
love
cueva.
is that you don't know what you're
Se ve
going to
súper
find as
chida.
you continue spelunking through the cave, right? Like every single wall you break through brings you into a new area. There might be enemies, there might be treasure, there might be
Ok,
structures
y ahí ya tiene
down
más
there.
estamina en este
So
archivo que
it's-
están jugando.
It's
Yeah.
definitely
Y supongo que
very
esos
interesting.
ah,
checking out
como
these
hongos
areas.
luminosos también van a servir
Looks like
para
it
ir
goes on
iluminando
to-
como
we're not
las
gonna go into
cavernas.
Does. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah,
Yeah.
we could definitely go
Hay
there.
agua
To
adentro.
Kendra's point, even the enemies in this game are now treasure because of the materials that you can get from them.
Sí,
and
incluso
how
los
you
enemigos
use
ahora
them.
son un
Yeah,
tesoro porque pues
absolutely.
puedes
So,
fusionar como
the
que
materials that you get from
los
from an
materiales que
enemy can now
obtienes.
power up your weapons and make
Está
them really
súper
strong.
OP esa
So it's
arma. ¿Cómo la
worthwhile
hizo?
to come down into
Ya
these
no vi.
caves and to see what you can find.
Supongo que
Yeah.
solo unió dos
And I
cosas,
said
¿no?
this previously in our previous segment, but
Wow,
I
y
am
eso
really
saca como
stoked to see what
Rachel's.
people out in the world create. I just can't wait to see.
I want
There's
this
going to
arm.
be a lot of there's going to be a lot of contraptions.
Quiero
out
ese
there.
brazo.
Oh yeah,
dice.
totally. Sorry.
¿Lo va a
Are you
agarrar con
grabbing
Ultra
that
Hand?
I am gonna grab that arm.
Grab that
And
Ah, porque dijeron que ahorita iban a presentar una
there it
nueva
is. Ultra hand. I can
una nueva
use so many ways.
habilidad.
I want to specifically fuse this to a sword.
La va a fusionar con una
Nice broadsword.
eh,
If I get
espada.
a better camera,
Yep.
check that out.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
pretty good.
Good reach.
Still
Está
wiggling
muy
around on the
intenso
end there.
su outfit.
All right. Let's just go back.
Bueno,
up
se va a
here
subir.
really quick. And
Slightly
boom.
sentient arm.
Ascend is so useful.
Dude,
It's so useful.
Yeah, 100%. It's one of my favorite things.
Ok,
to
ok,
use
a ver qué nos van a
constantly in the
mostrar
game.
ahora.
Let me just use my rock hammer again.
Va a
I really
cambiar
wanna
con
see
el
where
que
it's all
mina
about, like seeing what they drop.
You've gotten so much
materiales
stuff
Mhm.
rocosos.
Yeah,
out there. And there's I know
Piedra
like,
contra
there's
piedra
even
está
more.
cool.
Oh, topaz, we got lucky.
Topaz, que es
Yes.
So that's
eléctrico.
good. Just pick up all this bright bloom
Nice.
seeds.
Once again, we mentioned in a previous segment that the precious
extensión.
stones have elemental properties now, so they're not
Las
just useful
piedras
for
preciosas
selling for
tienen
rupees or upgrading
poderes
equipment.
elementales,
Now
tienen propiedades
you can use
elementales.
them
¡Fuck!
as really powerful weapons.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Lo
use them in
deshizo
battle.
al pobre
Yeah,
coso.
and I am especially a big fan of going after keys now, just given how many
Se
different.
rompió su...
Don't hit me.
Yeah,
Don't hit me.
your
Oh no.
shield. Your shield.
All right, this is bad. Wait.
Ok, tiene que
to
cambiar
kill
de...
Oh,
Oh,
God.
nice.
Okay.
Sí, no, lo
Shot
super
against the wall.
deshizo.
That's what did it. Totally planned. let's break through this rock wall and just see what we find. So
Ok, y una es la flecha con...
ore, I hope. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And notice that
we
the
got the
ore in the
gold-
middle,
Yeah, the gold sparkly ore.
Yeah, which is good.
Ok,
chance for
ahí
something
encontraron
here, although
oro,
sometimes I
literal.
have been disappointed.
Oh, we
Let's
should
see.
mention, yeah, you
Ah, no,
fused
no,
this
oro.
stone to this weapon, and it's a really
está
great
como más
smashing
doradito, supongo,
weapon,
por el
great for
hambre.
breaking rocks or mining.
Y la piedra luminosa,
But
sí.
one of the cool things about
Esa no sé
Tears of the Kingdom is
para qué
that
lo vamos a usar.
in Breath of the Wild, you would have had to dedicate space in your weapon stash to holding a smashing weapon.
Oh yeah.
And now you don't have to do that. You could just make one when you need it.
Yeah.
Ok, dice
So
que en el
now
juego
we
anterior
have
tenías
made
como
it
que
to this
un
point
apartado
where
específico
obviously there's
para
water and we want to
guardar
get
objetos que,
beyond the
con los
water
cuales ibas a
to, well, what lies beyond.
destruir o
And
machacar.
this is the perfect opportunity
pues aquí
to
nada más los puedes
introduce
unir y
the
ya los puedes
brand
crear,
new
¿no?
ability that I mentioned
A ver, aquí
earlier
viene la nueva habilidad.
at the beginning, which is called auto build. So as the name
Autoconstruir.
implies, it automatically builds things for you. It is so
Automáticamente
amazing. You're going to want to
construye
use it
cosas.
a lot. But we'll just break down the menus for a second here. So we've got
Vamos a ver
schematics,
los
which
menús.
you will find from
Tenemos
side quests. You'll find them in treasure
esquemáticos,
chests. You'll find them out in the world.
que los vas a
And then
encontrar
we've
en el mundo.
got history, which is all the
Tienes
things that you
historial,
previously built. It'll
que son
hold
las
up
cosas
to
que has
30 of those for
construido.
you. And then finally, you can favorite things.
Y puedes ponerle
if you really
favoritos a
take the
cosas.
time, and then it pops up
Ya
at the
los
top of the
encuentras
menu.
ahí
So,
arriba.
Jose just favorited this little contraption that he's going to build to help us get
Okay.
across the water.
Yep.
Eso sí es
So
como
image, you're
una
gonna see that
mejora
needs
de
fan,
vida,
needs
¿no?
control stick. And one way that you can use auto build is that you'll jump into your inventory, you'll take out the devices that you need for
Okay.
it. So these are Zonite capsules
Pues
that I
entonces
have.
te vas al inventario, sacas las cosas que
You
necesitas
know what? Just to
para hacer
switch
la
it up a little bit,
receta,
I'm also gonna
digamos.
add a battery. The battery is super useful. It will basically power the device
La
so
ba-
that it doesn't have to use my energy. So
Ah,
I'm gonna
esas
open up,
baterías pues
auto
hacen
build again.
autosuficiente,
Here I am,
digamos,
with our favorites. We
al...
know the boat that we want to make. So
lo que
we're gonna
vas a
attach the
armar.
two pieces, but notice that we don't have the board. However, there is a cost associated with sort of generating a material that you don't have. In this case, it's 3 Zonite.
And Zonite is a new material that you can find in the game.
Ok.
yeah.
Que si no tienes un
You'll
componente,
notice
te
that it didn't
cuesta
grab
un
the
nuevo
battery
material
because
que se
that
llama
wasn't part
zona.
of the design. But if I fuse to it,
Attach that.
I get a little notification reminding me that now I can favorite that design instead, or the design's been changed.
Ok, como le agregó la batería que no estaba en el original, le dice que si lo quiere
Yeah, and
guardar
we
como
didn't have
favorito.
the building materials here in this cave to make this, but using auto build,
Wow,
we
¿es
could
neta?
generate the materials that we didn't have, like that wooden board. And you could see it has that light green color, and that's an indicator that that was made with Zonite and not with a real material that you have. So if you
ok.
try and break it down,
Lo que le faltaba que era la parte
yeah,
de la
you could
base.
take off the pieces that you had, but if you try and take off a piece that was generated with Zonite, it will disappear. Like
The
like
way
Okay.
it
they showed.
goes, yeah.
Le faltaba
All right.
Well,
la base de la
look at
balsa.
where- take-
Big,
Entonces,
big,
eso
big.
Yeah.
costaba zona y que es un
Big
nuevo
cavern.
recurso que vamos a poder
Giant-
encontrar.
giant pile
Entonces
of
pagas
rocks.
por que se
I
haga.
wanna dig
Pero
through
cuando
that, but I
deshaces
don't wanna
el
use
artefacto o el
mechanic
vehículo o
clones
la cosa que
anymore.
creaste,
Let's improvise
te
something
regresa
like
tus
that.
piezas,
We're
pero
going
no
to
te
make
regresa lo que se creó, que estaba como en
and
verdoso.
a cannon, and we're going to make a turret.
Va a ser una
Obviously, we're
torreta
going to
ahora.
blow the rocks up because that's what you do down
Right.
here. You
Oh, yeah.
blow
Con
them
el
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna
resorte.
switch to
And you're gonna
the
do it
soldiers
efficiently.
here. Yes. And I'm
So-
gonna trigger that
Lo
because
activa.
if I don't, this makeshift device is going to spring into the air and then start firing, and that's a hot mess.
Yeah.
So let's not do that.
We know what happens.
Porque si
when-
no
when you
lo
do that.
activas
So
cuando
you're
le
building
pegues,
this
va a salir
now,
volando la
and,
otra cosa, algo así. dijo.
obviously we just
Es una
introduced you to
batería
auto build,
y como el cañón, ¿no?
but now you have built that, so that means that it's going to show up in your auto build history.
Ah, dice, ya lo
which
construiste,
now
entonces
allows
ahora
you
está en tu
instead of having
historial.
to recreate the same thing all over again
Para que
from
puedas
scratch,
volver a hacer
you
como
just
que
pop right into
rápido
your
las
auto build,
cosas.
pull up the
Oh.
history, and boom, you're going to make that.
Ok, te va a costar
Right.
cierto
And
sonai,
even though
¿no?
you have a spring and a cannon and a battery in your inventory, because you haven't pulled them out ahead of time, now we're going to generate the entire device with Zonite. And you can see that the
O sea,
Zonite
como los
cost is a little
tienes
bit higher
en tu
there,
inventario.
but it's a really great way to be able to
Wow,
to
ya te los
make
genera,
one of
o sea,
these
lo guardas
contraptions on the
y
fly.
ya te lo
Yeah, well,
genera.
and consider what materials
Y ahora
you
lo
wanna
está
use, right?
activando
Like,
y pues ya le están minando
Zonite, you
automáticamente.
use, what you've got on hand.
This is
Okay,
very
And
yeah.
way
you've
to
got a
uncover-
friend
Yeah.
under
Oh,
here.
qué
Those
OP.
cannons made really
Y ese es
quick work
un...
of that rock,
did.
and
No
we
mini
found
jefe,
it.
pero...
We found underneath, we
Pues
found a
como
stone box.
All right, so I'm going to fuse some
un
weapons
Stanlocks, ya salía,
Wow,
Stanlocks,
figures
ya
out.
salían en el juego anterior.
Let me, yeah, it was having an app. I agree.
Really was.
Yeah.
So a Stalnox is a returning boss from The Legend of
Ajá,
Zelda.
bueno,
Breath of
sí,
the
dice que
Wild.
sí es un jefe.
Yep.
Pero bueno,
We'll take a good look at
no
him.
como jefe de la
Cannon's
historia a lo
doing
mejor,
work,
¿no?
though, which is helpful.
It looks a little bit different. Yeah.
I was gonna say the eye is
Cierto,
very
está un poco
obviously the weak
diferente.
point. It's like the one squishy part of this creature.
El ojo como que está
So we're gonna see
más
if we can get
brilloso.
that eye to come out
Alright,
by
trying to get
hitting
it.
by hitting.
Pero
one.
esas cosas también te pueden pegar a ti. Ok, lo habían matado ahí.
Thank goodness for the fairy.
Oh, this,
Tenían
okay.
un hada.
Get out.
That's good. I'm gonna run for it. Just
But you could see that cool new horn on top of his head.
Ajá, dicen
And
que ahora
that's
pues tenía
that's a
como este
really
cuerno.
useful material in Fuse. Like, you can make a really powerful weapon.
Y pues a lo mejor puede ser
take a closer
un...
look real quick. We're talking about that.
Yeah.
And- oh,
A
watch
lo mejor
out.
puede ser
Throwing some
un
ribs
arma
at
muy
you.
poderosa.
Yep, totally.
Like you
Alright,
do.
Now digging out an explosive barrel, and we are gonna send that back because
Ah,
Using
ok.
recall.
Va a aventarle un barril y pues se lo va a regresar, ¿no?
in the game.
Oh, he's got another
Ok,
one.
Yep.
Yeah, so obviously you can see the way Jose is using
ok,
Fuse
con
auto-build,
la
using
habilidad, o
recall.
sea,
We're
ahora estamos
using
viendo las
many things at our
mecánicas, las nuevas
disposal to
habilidades,
attack
pero
this very large
pues ya como
creature.
en
Hey,
batalla,
we
¿no?
got the eyeball out.
So
Alright.
yeah, as Kindra mentioned, the eyeball is the weak spot.
Ok,
And,
sí, 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 el
and when
ojo
you
es
get
como que
hit
su
it
punto
with a dead-on shot like that, it'll pop
débil
out, and it has its own health bar.
desde el
And if you
anterior.
can get that health bar down, then
Y entonces pues
you'll
le tiene que
win the
bajar como
battle.
que
Stall
la...
knocks.
la
Instead, we're
vida,
going to
¿no?
use it as a distraction because we're a little short for time.
Yeah.
Put a bomb on a shield
Ok,
earlier.
una bomba con escudo
Very
Get out of here.
stylish.
para
Bombs
brincar
on
así.
shields are really helpful.
Oh,
And
y ya no lo quiso
I
matar.
was gonna say we don't have time to hang out with this Stalnox.
Es porque ya casi no tenemos tiempo.
The
His
Stalnox-
slumber.
It has a lot of health. We don't have a lot of time.
Well, that piece of material, we actually have one. Sam wants
Oh,
the
y
story.
se agarraron una
Sam
pieza
knows.
de lo que
If
ya
you were to
tenía como
defeat
que en
that
el cuerno.
Stalnox, you would get a Stalnox horn. You would get this material. We got this one. We put it in our inventory ahead of time. For probably
Ya
from that
tenían una
Stalnox's
preparada.
brother in a different cave.
Yep,
But
yep, yep.
but take a look at it. When you fuse it to a weapon, not only does it look really neat, you got these
Okay, but
shattering.
can we? Yeah,
skulls.
I'm like.
Oh, lo está
okay,
siguiendo.
turn
Let's
around
get
'cause we
moving.
know
Gotta
he's
go.
close.
Yeah.
But look at what quick work this
Wow.
Stalnox
Ok,
horn
y
into a
con
weapon
lo
is making
que
these blue rocks.
hubiéramos agarrado si lo hubieran derrotado, ¿no?
Okay,
Si lo
and
hubieran
that
agarrado.
hole is definitely not big
Ahí hay
enough.
algo, ahí hay malicia, hay algo.
Yeah.
Just
Esa
gotta
cosa
hope
como
that-
roja.
He's trying to
They go away.
take revenge for
It's-
his brother.
Y si quiere como, o sea, sí lo siguió,
Alright,
estuvo
so
cañón
But yeah,
eso.
now we're in this cool new cave that's like filled with luminous stone. It's
Ya
got all
estamos a
this,
menos
Slow down.
57 metros.
Fine.
got all this moss
Fuck con
covering the
este
walls. Like,
juego.
it's really cool down here.
Well, and this is all. A bunch of this is going to be ore that you can
Right.
mine and.
Yeah, but we could take stock for a moment of all this that we've just found in one cave.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we've
I
been
mean,
down
we
here
found
for a
some great
minute.
mining. We found some
Sí,
treasure.
vean todo lo que hubo en esta...
We found a,
cueva,
a
¿no?
boss fight.
And we found
Ah,
more enemies.
Un jefe,
So,
más
this is
enemigos,
the world. Who wants to set this up?
Yeah, so
herramientas,
these are new enemies in Tears of the Kingdom,
materiales.
and you typically find them in cave or dark
Estos son
environments.
enemigos nuevos
And they're
que te
really
encuentras
aggressive.
en
You can see them
las,
crawling around on the ceiling up there.
en las cuevas.
They're really difficult to reach as a
Colgando.
result of that, and they'll sit up there and they'll pelt you with rocks.
And we're just
Ah,
gonna
que
enter
se
into
queden
their home
como ahí
and
arriba y
shake things up
te
a little bit.
avientan
That's kind of
rocas.
like I feel like that's the theme of this
Just
one. Just like
stirring it up and then
just
walking
entering
away.
people's homes. picking up
Oh, y ahora
maps,
por eso
you
lo
know.
convirtió
Check
como
out
en un
this
arma
spear.
larga, ¿no? Que ya lo hemos
Yeah.
visto.
Oh, nice.
So I
Okay,
can
that
reach
has
them.
long.
Okay.
Yeah, that has long range for sure.
Ooh, can you poke them off the ceiling?
I'm gonna try.
Se vas a poder sacarlo,
Nice.
tirarlo
Alright.
del...
Eh,
Pues sí, ya con esa arma así de larga.
Holding his tush.
Does not like to be on the ground.
Alright, now
Clearly.
let's grab the choo-choo jelly. This
Ok,
one.
lo
nice.
congelas.
Why not freeze? And let's take this one for a ride, actually. So we've got a board guster here. I gotta watch it.
Y lo
The
avienta.
enemy has
Oh,
friends,
they're tossing rocks.
and they're gonna toss rocks at me.
Bye.
Y ya le están
Instead,
aventando los otros.
I'm gonna
Where
hit
were
this
you?
enemy
Eh,
with the
pues
Stalnox
piedras, ¿no?
Smasher we were using a second ago. The
Oh,
Smasher.
nice.
Va a usar
okay.
su
Just to
super
show
arma.
how much damage that will do.
Se vean cuánto daño hace.
Man.
Casi de un solo
Not a
golpe
good
lo
day for this
mata.
one.
Bueno,
No, don't go. There we go.
Nice.
Wow.
Got one.
Yeah.
bueno, no, como de
Now
3 o
let's
4.
steal his stuff, and oh, another one's here.
¿Qué son? ¿Como
I
lobos?
think it's time to leave.
Yeah.
Si ya me voy a ir.
Run
These
for it.
horriblins have run.
Wow.
They have a
Okay.
fair bit of health.
Y seguramente
Again,
también te
we don't
siguen,
have
¿no?
a ton of time.
Yeah.
All right.
O sea, hay nuevos
Go for
enemigos
the
también. Pero sigo sin ver como
we've
fauna,
obviously been down in this cave for quite some time.
Estoy emocionado.
I have no idea how much
Estoy
time.
un poco hypeado.
No idea, but it's been a while. And super cool thing Jose is going to show now is that
Es que imagínense,
no matter how
Nintendo,
far into a cave you are,
cuánta
you can
seguridad
use Ascend
de decir,
to get
no
out
hay
of that cave,
problema,
so you
les
don't
mostramos
necessarily
2
have to
horas nuevas de
backtrack
gameplay
all
y
the
aún
way
así
back from where you came. You
va a
can
ser
pop
como
up using
totalmente
Ascend.
diferente
You
lo que
can
van a
check it out
jugar.
and be like, okay, where am I now? Do I want to get out
Están viendo
here?
dónde están, me quiero ir, no me quiero ir, es lo que
And
decíamos
then
hace
you can
rato,
go
¿no? La
back
habilidad dice,
down
no,
and
pues es el
keep
medio feo aquí,
exploring.
mejor me voy a regresar.
I just feel like that's so awesome, especially
Yeah.
considering how
Está cañón esa mecánica.
very expansive these caves are. The ability to do that is kind of a game
Wow.
changer.
And speaking to that, yeah, there is more to this cave that we haven't shown.
O sea,
Oh,
aún hay
yeah.
muchísimo
It keeps
más en
It keeps
esta
going, but yeah, we're just about out of
cueva.
time. So
Podría seguir explorando,
we're
se
gonna
le está
call it
acabando el
there.
tiempo.
But thank you so much for taking us on that
Sí, muchas
adventure,
gracias.
Jose.
100%.
So fun.
Estuvo muy
And yeah, thanks
divertido.
for checking out Auto Build with us. And
Gracias
all
por
that
ver
there
la
is
nueva
down in the caves. Obviously, you're
habilidad
gonna be able to explore much
y
more
todo lo que van a
on
poder
your own.
explorar en las
Stick
cuevas, ¿no?
around. We've got more coming after
Sigan,
this. Thank you so much.
sigan viendo la transmisión,
Bye.
tenemos más en adelante, ¿no? Treehouse, venga, supongo que es un segmento más, porque ya casi son las 9:30. Pum, pa, 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 pa,
Auto
pa,
build's
pam.
gonna be
Ya no se puede jugar.
very interesting to use auto build. I'm really excited for that. But
Okay,
before we
entrevista.
move on to our final segment,
miren nada más
we
quién
have
está
one
ahí.
last representative from the development team here
Eiji
with
Aonuma.
us today, the producer of the Legend of Zelda series,
productor
Eiji
de
Aonuma.
la
Welcome.
Serie de Zelda.
And we have Ethan joining us as well
Mr.
to
Eiji Aonuma.
translate. Now, how does it feel to be in New York?
¿Cómo sientes estar en Nueva
ニュー
York?
ヨークにいて
Va a ser como las
ど
mismas
の
preguntas,
感想でしょうか。
ね、ニューヨークは私今タイムズスクエアっていうところに来てるわけですけど、タイムズスクエアのビルボードにね、大きなサードトレーラーが表示されてて、あそこにそういうものが表示されるって僕ら映画の中でしかほとんど見たことがないので、そんなところに自分が作ったゲームのね、トレーラーが流れるって本当夢みたいです。
Well, you know, we've been around Times Square and
Sí, hemos
we were
estado
able
en
to
Times Square.
see the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom advertisement.
Y ya
featuring
pudimos
some
ver
scenes
como
from the
que la
trailer
publicidad de
on,
Tears of the
this
Kingdom.
massive billboard, and it
Es un
really
billboard
surprised me. I mean,
gigantesco.
in Japan, you usually only see scenes like that in a movie theater.
En Japón
and I've never
solamente-
been
en
in a place
Japán.
where I've seen a game that I've worked on.
En
up on
Japón
a
solamente
billboard like
ves
that.
eso
It was
como que
incredible.
en lugares donde se
There is a
exhiben
reason why it's
películas
called
y
the Big
ver
Apple. Like to put things big up
ese
in Times
tipo de
Square.
anuncios en un juego que he desarrollado ha sido como
と
muy
して言われ
impresionante.
てるんですけど、その
Ya no vi que le
ために
preguntó.
全部がビッグになってるんですね。
なるほど。
Now, with that, you know, the game has been out in Japan. Have you seen
juego ya salió en
any
Japón.
interesting things that fans have been talking about, maybe on social
Hay
media?
cosas interesantes que los fans han
ゲーム
dicho
はすでに
en redes
日本で
sociales
ローンチ
o han hecho.
されてると思うんですけれども、SNS 等で日本のファンたちから何か面白いことをピックアップされてるんでしょうか。
もう本当にツイッターにたくさんの自分がこんなの作ったよっていう
También padre sus pines.
ね、ウルトラハンドでもの作れますけど、それを自分なりにこんなの作ったよってどんどん上がってきてて、中にはですね、始まりの空島でほとんどそんな何か組み立てるようなものがないんだけど、そこら辺にある木箱とか、それから板切れとか、
Se nos va a quitar el sueño ya que estamos
フ
jugando.
ックみたいのがあるんですけど、落ちてるんですけど、それを組み合わせて巨大なロボット作ってる人がいてびっくりし
Un
ました。
robot, creo que dijo
Yeah, I
robot.
mean, I've been checking a little bit, and
¿Te has checado
fans
un
in
poco?
Japan are already hard at work. And one thing I saw was
Lo que he
there was
visto.
a fan who was on Great Sky Island near the beginning of the game
Un fan que
in
estaba
an
en
area
inicio del juego.
where they had gotten the ability Ultra Hand, and they had found some boxes and
No
boards
tenía la habilidad Ultra Hand.
and some hooks that were
Agarró
laying around,
unas
and they'd already
cajas.
put them together to build this crazy-looking giant robot.
E hizo como un robot
あとね、
gigante.
もう一つ今日本では
No, ya tenía otra
ゼ
hand.
ルダ
supongo.
休みっていうワードがですねトレンドに上がっていて、これ
Yo tratando de
ゼ
entenderla
ルダ
en
を
una.
遊ぶために会社休むっていうことなんですけど、それを最近は会社が認めてくれるらしいんですね。そんなことになってんだってちょっと驚きました。
Espera,
And
dijo.
one
Cholo.
other thing, I also noticed that there is a term trending on Twitter in
Vi que hay
Japan
un
called
término en
Zelda
Twitter
break
que está haciendo
or Zelda
tendencia.
vacation,
Zelda-
which is
vacaciones de
something that
Zelda.
apparently fans have taken up and saying, that they're going to take the day
Los
off.
fans lo
And
han-
I've even heard there are
se han tomado
cases
el día
where
libre.
certain companies are like allowing this.
Y
And
muchas
I saw this
compañías
kind
lo
of
han
thing and
permitido.
was super surprised.
Eso ha sido muy
Are you going
sorprendente.
to take a
Wow.
Zelda vacation?
Mañana no hay que ir a trabajar.
これから
señores.
も青沼さんもゼルダ休み取るんですか？
僕は作る人ですから休んでたら作れないんで。
I'm somebody who makes the game, so if I'm taking a break, the games don't get made.
All right, that is fair. That
Yo
is fair.
soy
Speaking
alguien
of games that you've
que
made,
no se toma descansos
what are
porque si me
some
tomo
games
descansos no
that
sale el
you've
juego,
worked
¿no?
on?
ゲームを作るという話
や
題につ
めてくれ
いてゲーム青沼さん自体が手がけたゲームについてちょっと説明していただけますか。
そうですね。
Oh, así es.
私が一番最初に手がけたゼルダのゲームっていうのはゼルダの伝説時のオカリナっていうね、今から数えると25年も前になってしまいますけど、任天堂64のタイトルを作った時なんですね。
Well, I mean, this is kind of going a ways back, 25 years ago to the time of the Nintendo 64, but the first Legend of Zelda game that I worked on was called The Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time.
juego en el que trabajó fue en Ocarina.
ディレクションをいくつかしましたけど、その後にウィ
que le preguntó eso, ¿no?
ンドウェーカーを
¿Cuál fue el primer juego en el que
作って、
trabajó?
そこでディレクション一旦やめてプロデューサーになったんですね。で以降はずっとプロデューサーとしてこのゼルダを作ってます。
And so then after that, I worked as a director on a number of games in the series, up until the time of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. And so that was the last game that I was the director on, and then going forward after that, I've been the producer on.
Fue el último juego en el que fue director y después ya
one of those
de
titles,
todos los
of
demás
course,
juegos fue
is
productor.
Tears of the Kingdom. And, you know, we're seeing from the Treehouse Live segments that there are many
Hemos visto
new
en los segmentos
systems and layers to the game. So
que hay
how did the development
muchos
team
sistemas
manage
y
to
capas en
blend
el juego.
all of these together?
¿Cómo
今日
juntaron
の
todo?
ライブを見て
¿Cómo
明らかに
le
なったの
dieron
は
cohesión a todas estas
Tears of the
dinámicas?
Kingdom に新しいシステムやいろんな組み合わせ要素が入ってるんですけれども、開発チームではどのようにそういった組み合わせた要素を融合させてなのでしょうか。
はい、今作の代表的なものとものと組み合わせて新しい道具を作るっていう遊びはですね、私がこのタイトルを続編にしようと考えていたときに同じことを考えていた藤林さんから提案されたものだったんですね。
Well, I think one of the really representative gameplay elements of this game is this concept of taking one object and another object and putting them together to create something new. And this was something that Mr. Fujibashi actually suggested to me at one point, and it was around the same time that I was wondering, if we should make this next game a sequel. And it turned out he was actually thinking something along the same lines.
Y pues fue desarrollar sobre esa misma
前作の
idea.
エンジンの上ですでに今のような遊びがですね、もう再現できてたんですね。なのでこの遊びが続編を制作するのを決定づけたものになりました。
But what's kind of incredible was already at that time he had come up with gameplay based around that theme that I just mentioned of bringing things together to create something new.
Para construir en el tema de
In a way that actually quite resembled some of the gameplay we've seen here tonight. That early in the process, but this was something that used the game engine from the previous game.
Mucho de eso es lo
When
que
we had gotten
vimos
to that point, I
en los
realized
segmentos.
okay, I think this is what set us on the path to make this game a sequel.
Y es el mismo
その後はそ
motor.
の遊びを軸
No
に
se
し
dijo
て
que era el mismo motor, habló del motor.
っていうね、
Creo que sí, que es el mismo obviamente del
させたゲ
anterior.
ームのその間を行き来するような能力として通れるとか戻れこっていうのが考案されてですね、よりプレイヤーに自由な選択肢を与えるゲームになっていったっていう流れなんですね。
So then along the way we took that gameplay idea as kind of our core, and then as we continued development, we came up with additional abilities like ascend and recall, and these were things that allowed the player to go back and forth between this kind of world that's been newly expanded on the vertical axis.
Y ahora este juego ha sido expandido en
Once
el eje
we
vertical.
added elements like that, we
Con ese
kind of
tipo de
wound up
elementos.
with a game that really expands the player's freedom of choice.
Y eso
and
realmente
the
le
things that they
da
can choose to do in the game.
la cualidad
There's
de
lots of choice in
escoger
this
a los
game,
jugadores, ¿no?
and there's also a couple
Les da libertad.
surprises because,
Es
if you could
algunas
share anything about the
sorpresas.
story development or the story that the development team hoped to tell through these gameplay decisions that you made, like maybe
pudieras
with the relationship between Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf.
Algo sobre las mecánicas y cómo afecta eso a Link, a Zelda y a Ganondorf, creo que dijo. ¿Qué es lo que podrías decir? Yo me escucho muy fuerte, entonces por eso luego no los escucho a ellos.
そのストーリーについて決定したことはゲームプレイの決定をどのように影響されていることを説明していただけないでしょうか。
ゼルダの伝説ってゼルダとそれからリンク、それからガノンドルフっていうね、この3人の関係性が 物語として描かれることが多いんですけれども、前作もねガノンドルフは厄災っていう形でしたけど、そういう形で登場してこの3人の関係を描いたものになっていたんですよね。でも今作ではねこの3人の関係性をより発展させた物語が展開します。でその先の展開はですね、ぜひ皆さんの目でゲームをプレイして確認してみてほしいと思います。
Well, I mean, when you're kind of thinking of the story
Cuando
of The
piensas en la
Legend of
historia de Zelda,
the common reoccurring theme is the kind of three
tema
pillars that
recurrente,
are the characters of
tenemos estos
Link,
tres personajes,
Zelda, and Ganon,
Link, Zelda
and they
y
often come up again and again. And
o
you know,
Ganon,
that's
y
something
siempre se
that's true
encuentran.
about the previous game as well. Ganon showed up in that game as the
En el
Calamity,
juego anterior,
and Link
Ganon
and Zelda
llega como
were
la
there as well,
calamidad.
and that was kind of the shape of their relationship.
Y eso
in that
fue
game.
lo
And,
que
in
hizo,
this game, I
formó su
think
relación.
that
Y en este juego creo
players will find we're
que
expanding a little bit on
los
that
jugadores
relationship
encontrarán
between Link and
que
Zelda and now Ganondorf.
sobre eso.
And there will be further developments that I
Va a haber
think
más
players will be
desarrollo.
able to experience, but I'd like them to experience
Pero
those
quiero
things
que lo
themselves, and
experimenten
so I'm looking forward to them playing the
por
game.
sí mismo.
All right, that's
Okay.
fair. That's fair. We're
Pues
all
sí,
looking
no
forward
pueden
to
decir nada.
diving
A mí es que no
in.
iban a decir nada de la
Now,
historia,
I
¿no?
wanted to ask, there's so many people
Quiero
that are involved in
preguntarte algo.
making Tears of the Kingdom. Any final messages
Hay
the
mucha
development team wants to share
gente
with
que estuvo
players and
involucrada en el desarrollo del juego. Algunas palabras representando a todas estas personas que hicieron posible el juego que quieras darle a los
にな
fans.
ると思いますが、開発チーム全体を考えて何か最後のメッセージをお願いできますでしょうか。
はい、今作でね開発チームが一番力を入れたのはこのゲームの中でユーザーの皆さんの発見とひらめきをできる限り実現できるようにすることでした。ね、空とそして大地とへ広がる世界で皆さんの自由なこれできるかなっていうそういう思いをですね思う存分楽しんでもらえると嬉しいです。
So I think it's fair to say that one of the things the development team poured the most of their effort into in creating The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was to create a world in which players had the ability to come up with ideas and make discoveries, and then also were given the freedom to realize and actualize those discoveries and ideas that they had. And if people, it's our hope that when people play this game, they will be filled with those types of ideas and also have the opportunity to realize them and wonder as often as they possibly can. I wonder if I could, that kind of thing.
And I'm guessing you had a lot of those moments where you're wondering if you could as well.
皆さんがプレイしている間にできるかなっていう瞬間もたくさんあったのでしょうね。
はい。たくさんありました。
Yes, I did. I had many of them myself.
Well, thank you so much, Anuba-san, Ethan, for joining us. It was a pleasure. And remember, we are still counting down to the release of Tears of the Kingdom. And we have one more final look at the game from the Nintendo Treehouse team before launch. Let's see what they have to show.
Antes del lanzamiento. Venga.
Hello,
Con este
welcome
momento
back
feliz.
to Nintendo Treehouse Live. My name is Gabriel, and I'm joined by Kay and
Estamos
Billy.
con
And we're
Gabriel,
going to be
Kay y
playing some
Billy.
more The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Y
And
nos van a
specifically,
traer un
we're going to
poco
show
más
off
de-
this
del
cool new
juego.
feature called Raids, where you're able to fight alongside NPCs. Kay, want to show us?
Oh, ok, nos van a mostrar ahora que podemos pelear junto con los NPCs, ¿no? Los non-playable characters, los personajes con los que no podemos jugar, pero vamos a poder pelear junto con ellos, ¿no?
that look like they're up to no good. So let's go check in with Captain Flaxel.
Ok, va a ir a checar con este capitán.
And she
Con
is
esta
the
capitana.
captain of what we call a
Flaxel.
monster control crew, one of 3 that have been sent out to get rid of some monsters. So she's going to explain now that they came here to clear out the ship, but
Ok,
they
les
can't
estoy
get
explicando que
across
están ahí
the
para
ship
liberar
because the
esa
bridge
nave.
is broken.
Esa,
We'll come over here and take a look.
ese barco.
Yeah, that's pretty broken. So we
está
actually,
roto.
with Ultrahand, have the power to help them reach
Ultrahand
the ship.
podría
We could
ayudar.
also just jump over there and take out all the monsters
Podríamos
ourselves. But where's the
saltar
fun
y
in that?
matar a todos los monstruos.
So, and I like to, fight with some.
Pero me gustaría
I
tener
like
un
some
poco de apoyo,
backup. I
¿no?
like to share the glory. So
Para
before
compartir
we
la
go
gloria
across,
del
I'm actually
combate.
going to pull out some stuff.
Supongo que la va a regresar en el
from my
tiempo.
hand, because I have a bunch of weapons and shields that are primed.
Yo hubiera intentado eso, como
So let's
regresarlo en
take
el
one
tiempo.
of these, and let's
Pero
see,
bueno,
one
va a
of
usar
these,
algunas
and one of
cosas que
these.
parecen random.
I love it because Kay has a very clear vision right now.
I do, and these are some of my favorite things to fuse to weapons and stuff. So I've already got fuse out. We're gonna put this puff shroom on my shield. If you saw the presentation from
hongo
Mr.
al
Akuma, you
escudo.
saw that he did that too, and it was really cool. I'm gonna put this bokoblin horn on my
Ese
sword
cuerno de
to give it
bokoblin
a little bit extra punch. And then I've
a
got this
su
ice
arma.
breath Lizalfos horn. It's like one
Y
of my
ese
favorite
cuerno
things.
de hielo
And I'm going to put it on this spear.
con esa
There. Nope.
spear, ¿cómo se llama?
There we go.
Esa cosa larga, la
And
lanza,
I
¿no?
will
Una lanza.
showcase this a little bit later. This is actually, it looks really cool.
Dice, ok, se ve muy cool.
Really awesome.
Sí, de hecho.
I will showcase that later. We're going to start with
Dice Sherry Liñán, hola, ¿cómo estás, Sherry?
Mushroom Shield. Now, let's go ahead.
Vamos a ver cómo
and-
peleamos
one more thing.
junto con
One
estos
more
personajes.
thing. I'm gonna pull out
Estamos
this
a
shield. I have a Zonai
20
shield
minutos
here.
prácticamente de
This
poder
one
jugar
is
ya
really
Tears of the
handy
Kingdom.
if you have Zonai devices to fuse to it. Gives them a little extra.
Que va a sacar algunos de los devices,
So
Zonai
I'm gonna put a
devices.
spring on this shield as well.
Los
You
aparatos,
might have seen in
aparatos
previous
Zonai.
segment,
¿Se lo
how
puso qué, al
great
escudo?
those types of shields are. So we're gonna just save that for
El
later.
escudo que rebota, pero bueno, ya lo cambió.
Prepping for big encounters like this can be super helpful.
Yeah. And of course, as you defeat enemies and they drop things, you can also like fuse on the fly. So I left some of my weapons open for that because I think they might have some.
Ok, dice que también es importante como dejar algunas
Here I fixed
armas
the bridge with fuse
antes
by
de entrar a
having one and
pelear
the other, and Flaxel
sin
is
fusionar con nada.
very excited.
Para pues ya en la pelea ir como viendo qué te puede servir, ¿no?
Her monster control crew
Y bueno,
in
al
battle.
unir
You're
el
welcome,
puente,
Flaxel. Now let's do this.
se activa como que esta como mini cinemática, ¿no?
Look at that.
You're
Look
the
at that
go.
energy.
Wow.
Look at that
Oh,
guy.
I love it. I love it. Charge! Okay,
Pues bueno, van todos ya para
file,
allá.
Please. There we go.
No se vayan a caer, dice la
I'm gonna
chica.
help them out a little bit to
Se los
start by
voy a ayudar
throwing
un poco.
something. Let's throw a puff shroom. Just. Oh.
Oh.
Well.
Ok,
that's
los
not
quería
right.
ayudar,
Sorry,
pero
guys.
lo aventó como muy
So
cerca.
good to know that the smoke affects
Y
everyone,
pues
not just baddies.
afecta no solamente a los malos, sino también hay como fuego amigo,
Yeah,
vamos a
and they're
decirlo.
actually also just being super cautious because they can't see anybody. So, but now we've got some people in battle already. Look at them go.
Wow, ya están
Yeah,
peleando,
that's
ok.
great. All right, so I'm gonna come
Y
over
aparte
here.
son blancos, creo. Estos
I'm gonna
enemigos son
do-
como los más cañones que
I'm gonna
teníamos
get
en el
right
anterior.
first. I like to, my play style for battles like these is to get some
Ok, se va
high
a subir.
ground,
Y
get
se
a good
ve
view
que
of
ella
the
pelea como desde
battlefield,
arriba.
and then I
Su,
like to rain arrows from above.
su play
That's a good
style.
strategy.
Right, and they seem to have gotten most of the melee under control. So I'm gonna jump from here, and I'm gonna target this moblin here in the middle with one of my other favorites,
Okay.
the Muddle Bud.
¿Qué le voy a poner?
This new material is going
Es un
to
material nuevo.
confuse the poor deer,
Lo va,
and I got the
Oh, and you
bokoblin
gotta-
too.
los confunde y
And now
entonces te
they're gonna
ayuda, ¿no?
start- Hi, fighting on our side.
Oigan, ese gorón ya murió.
While
¿Qué
you had that
demonios?
slowed down, I was just looking at all the different enemies and like, I want to steal that part. I want to steal that part. I want to use that
Dice
part.
que mientras vio a los
That's
enemigos,
awesome,
pues
you know?
traen cosas que obviamente puedes agarrar, como ya vimos ahorita en los otros
That I
segmentos,
feel
¿no?
like you absolutely need.
We will get it. We will get it done. So I don't know if you saw that, but I put my shield out and somebody hit it, and then
Dice, no
they
sé si
definitely
vieron,
exploded
pero
my
alguien le
puff room.
pegó
So
a
that's
mi
gone now, but
escudo y
that's
entonces
fine.
explotó.
Oh my gosh.
Ok, agarró otro bokoblin, eso ya lo hacían en el
Yeah.
anterior.
Well, I was gonna try and knock, bump them off of the
Dice,
thing,
estaba
but I
tratando
think
de,
this might be
pues,
a good opportunity to get a little bit more air.
que me pegue,
so-
¿no? Para...
Oh my god.
Ok, usó la habilidad esta de
And I
el escudo tipo
we saw
patineta.
what happens when you fuse a gemstone onto
Y ahora va a venir una gema. Ok, también
That's
se
what happens
congeló,
when you blow yourself up.
Oh,
I'm gonna get some food real
And
quick.
that's why
Good
food.
timing.
Ok, ya está comiendo para recuperarse. Sí, ven, ya que avanzado ha de estar en el gameplay, ¿no? Pensé que solo nos iban a enseñar cosas como del inicio.
There you go. Get him.
Ah, ok, eso es lo que había puesto como con... Ok, le vas como ayudando, ¿no? A lo mejor ahí tú cambias de arma y pues ya te...
Yeah, where are you going?
Te
I really
rifas,
do
¿no?
like the idea of just fighting alongside other like.
Ok, ahora los
citizens
confunde.
Of Hyrule, right? Like this is
What? Where did you come from?
a joint effort.
No sé si los confunde nada
Yeah, I'm
más
just gonna go
o
around
los
and
hace como
freeze
tú y yo, ok,
everybody.
pero sí le
Open
seguían
up
disparando.
shots for
Ah,
my
justo,
friends.
creo que le
Those
dispararon
models
ellos.
really, like,
Ah, ok, solo están como noqueados,
Yeah,
¿no? Sí, sí sería medio raro que pusieran que sí murieron, ¿no?
But this bokoblins on our side over here.
O sea, esos dos ya están de su lado. Entonces sí los hace como tuyos. Por un periodo de tiempo, supongo.
Ooh. Is there one over there?
Yeah, I think
You're right.
Oh, there's
yes.
Yep.
That's a big one.
That's one of the moblins. So we're gonna actually put that on this. Oh, thank you.
Sir.
¿Y ahora qué van a poner?
Excuse me, I'm a little busy.
Va a fusionar, ok. Uno de los colmillos del
Get out of
bokoblin.
here.
Supongo que
I'm gonna hit you
hace
with this fang
daño.
on my
Ok.
sword. All right, let's try that again. Luckily, it's very easy to get rid of things when you.
Ah, ok. Y ahí mismo en el menú puedes cancelar la fusión, ¿no?
In a pinch. There we go. Now I've got a nice hammer.
Yeah, that added some serious.
Spiky.
Oh, yeah, that was
Sweet,
beautiful.
sweet, sweet.
All right, you, sir, are a problem.
Ok, ya le faltan pocos enemigos, pero ya se quedó sin...
You missed.
Oh, ¿vieron ese escudo? Será como redondito, pero sacó como luz.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, okay.
Se pegan duras esas cosas. Justo lo que fusionó ahí era uno de los como cuernos que trae, ¿no?
He's gonna throw that bokoblin at me. All right, let's try this again.
Vamos a intentarlo de nuevo.
Here, oops, up. Thank you.
Ascend can really get you out of some precarious
It's
situations.
really handy.
Ascent dicen, puede ser muy útil para sacarte de un problema. Pues sí, aquí ya huiste rapidísimo,
Climb
¿no?
up and hide, and I think I'm gonna
Ok, sí lo aventó hasta allá.
page out of Billy's book and just.
Ok, va a sacar la bomba.
Beautiful.
Pues sí, le pegó, pero tampoco tanto, ¿no?
Spear out again.
Ahora la cosa de hielo. Bien.
How versatile.
Ok, sí, porque haberte ido tú solo...
Very helpful.
Pues sí hubiera estado mucho más difícil. Como sé, sí ayudan un poco estos dudes.
Yeah, I don't think so. Nice shot.
Yo creo que eso de hielo sí va a ser como muy importante. Porque justo dijo eso al principio, ¿no? Que quería compartir como la gloria de la batalla, ¿no? Ah, ok, y ahí está como la barra principal, ¿no? Sí, no le pega, no son como muy inteligentes estos dudes.
Sometimes you just gotta
take matters into your own hands.
Ok, ok. Sí, dejó un poquito que desear ahí la inteligencia, ¿no? De los
the
NPCs.
first raid here that we have to show.
Pero bueno.
And,
Y la capitán, la Flaxe no fue.
She's
Chambona.
gonna reward us with a little bit of monetary happiness.
Ah, ok. Te dan recursos, ¿no?
There we go.
Monetarios.
Nice,
Está
pretty silver
100.
rupee. She's
Toma
also going
100.
to
Tienen
explain that they are
4000.
going to head up to the Hebra region next because there is a enemy encampment up there that they have to clear out next, and we are going to follow them.
Ok, dice ahí que pues se van a ir a otra área
So while I get that set up,
donde hay otros malosos y
what
pues
do
los
you
van a
guys
seguir.
want to see me fuse next?
Oh, listen. Okay, I have requests.
¿Qué quieren que fusione?
Alfalfa's tail.
Josefina Chávez, excelente live y traducción. Más un sub. Muchas gracias, Josefina.
And I think you should use electricity.
Bienvenida al canal.
something like that.
Bienvenida al
Okay.
podcast.
Yeah.
Ahorita vamos a jugar ya en cuanto lo liberen. Faltan 13 minutos.
I could make that work.
13 minutos. Acabamos este stream y como en 10 minutos después entramos en un stream nuevo en este mismo canal y empezamos ya el juego como tal, ¿va? Para que no se despeguen ahorita. Va a estar súper hypeado.
I'm very excited.
Súper interesante.
I will. All right, so
Ok, ya fueron a esa otra región.
wanted a tail on a sword. Which,
Van a fusionar.
I need to put some warm clothes on anyway.
Bueno, primero se van a poner para el frío.
And let's do.
¿Escuché bien? ¿Una cola a
First and foremost,
un...
you gotta be fashionable.
a
and
una
then
espada?
You find everything else.
You know, you got to match.
Yeah.
Sí, una cola
Let's
de
do the
un
ice one.
de un lisalfo.
I just love fighting with ice. It makes it a lot easier to control.
Sí,
when there's
pelear
a
con
lot of
hielo, justo lo que decíamos
enemies
ahorita,
around.
¿no? Sí se ve que es muy
So we're gonna take that out. We're
útil.
gonna put that on.
Wow.
Let's put it on this one. Actually,
Ahora,
let's put it on
¿será
my
que otra vez vamos a
boomerang.
depender de la
Talk
cantidad
about
de
that.
semillas Korok que tenemos para la cantidad de
There we
armas?
go. The tails on
Ok,
weapons
ya la
are
unió.
great because it gives you a little bit of extra reach. And this one
Te da un
has a
poco más de
couple
alcance
as well.
con la colita del lisalfo.
Right?
Right? It's pretty good.
Favorite.
And
Okay.
then we want
Y ahora,
springs are great, so I'll put a spring on this one. And then what also is great?
va a
are
poner un
rockets.
resorte con
Yes.
I'm gonna take a rocket
cohete.
out, and I'm gonna take a spring out.
el cohete, el resorte.
A little yard sale here.
Ok. Me impresionó. Falta otra habilidad que no han mostrado, que obviamente ya tendremos que descubrir.
Nope, this
Está impresionante este
here,
juego.
and we're gonna put this one
No puedo esperar ya.
here.
Quiero jugarlo.
And we're gonna save both of those for later.
Very excited.
¿Con qué los unió?
Okay,
Ya lo
so
vi.
I have my horse out here, Marble,
Oh,
waiting
ya
so
tiene a su,
faithfully for
a su
me.
caballito.
but I think this is also a great time first to eat a snack.
Good call.
Ok, va a recuperar
Yep,
corazones.
and
Bien.
then I want to show off something I made earlier using
Dice,
auto.
quiero
Well, I
que
used
vean
Ultra
algo que ya había
Hand
hecho
Build before,
antes.
and now I've saved it as a favorite. in
Se
my
tardó un poquito en
build.
cargar ahí, Ya van a ser las 10, dice Octavio.
I
Es
built
correcto,
a
man.
little airplane.
Ya casi, man.
So we're gonna fly by
Faltan
in
10,
style,
11
maybe
minutos.
get an aerial view of this place.
Acuérdense que no va a ser en este mismo en vivo.
It's really to have. It's
Va-
really cool
tenemos el otro en vivo programado 10 y cuarto, creo. En cuanto yo lo tenga listo, que ya no me
And
pida
now
descargar
I'm
nada y
just taking
así,
the skies.
entramos al
Here
en
we
vivo.
go.
I will say I will
Ya está
compliment,
aquí el Switch.
The symmetry
Listo
in
para-
this
Some of us
design
know
is
how to
really
build
good.
things that look actually
Listen,
really
some of
good.
us have a different vision, but okay.
Ok, ya se le está acabando las baterías, ya se acabó una.
There we go.
Acuérdense
Smoke
que vamos a tener como energía propia.
And you know,
y
this
esas
is something to be
baterías.
said when you're out exploring Hyrule.
Entonces, dice, eso es como súper
And this
útil
was
para ir
true of the last
explorando.
game, but
Y
if you
sí,
see a plume of smoke in the distance, there's
ahorita está a
generally something to
284
be
cosos de altura.
so it's definitely worth
Ahora ya es
checking out.
la propia energía de Link, de su brazo, supongo.
I'm gonna have some charges because my
Dice, voy a poner unas cargas más. ¿Cuántas
I
cargas
don't have any.
tiene?
Oh, there they are. I'm just gonna kind of eat a bunch of these.
Ah, te
Well,
comes
not eat them,
eso.
but-
Cargas Sonic. Ok.
Just to give myself a little
Ok,
extra.
wow. Va a ir hasta ese
little
campo,
extra
supongo,
battery
ese
power.
campamento.
You can see there's the fortress.
Ahí está la fortaleza. Ok, que es la fortaleza que nos habían dicho los NPCs, ¿no?
Sections of it.
There it is.
Ok, ya se está haciendo como reconocimiento, ¿no?
Just gonna kind of take it slowly over here.
Wow.
Okay, fail. It's fine.
Ok, se subió, lo logró. Ahí hay un Korok.
This is great. So this is
¿Qué
the
es
fortress
ese
we're gonna take
enemigo?
on.
Ese es
And I
nuevo.
would love, this
¿O
is a
no?
great opportunity to jump down and just really
¿Es un nuevo
surprise them.
enemigo?
But I am a team player, so I actually want to go check in with
Dice,
them.
ok, ahí podría llegar y como que, pues ya, pelear. Pero va a pelear en equipo, porque de eso se trata este segmento de los NPCs.
Yeah.
What you're about to
There
head
is a
into.
boss bokoblin in there. I don't know if you
Un
guys
jefe
had a look at
bokoblin.
it when I was looking, but that's,
Son nuevos, ¿no?
those guys are a little bit meaty.
Gonna,
big
gonna
boy.
try to befriend him.
Sí, se veían,
I
dice,
could.
están un poco como
I generally do try to do that because,
carnositos,
Biggest
¿no?
problem on your side.
yep. All right, I think we're about.
Pero
around in the
y
front.
no te muestran el mapa donde activar como
We'll
que
see
la
it,
misión
bro.
con los
I
I
NPCs,
did take the
¿verdad?
sneak route. I think I
Get
ran
all
right
those
past them.
spikes.
¿Por dónde están? Ahí.
They are over in the trees. I don't
¿El
know where I'm
fuego?
going. I'm just taking
¿Están
a
hasta
look.
allá?
Just showing off the.
There they are.
¿No le va a llamar a su caballo? ¿Podremos fusionar cosas en los
As I'm a
caballos?
big fan of snow.
Eso estaría interesante, ¿no? Imagínense un caballo volando.
Again, it's just
O subir a tu
so-
caballo
There's
justo
the entrance.
como que a
Okay.
una de
Hey,
esas
guys,
cosas,
I was just
a uno de esos vehículos.
taking a recon pass, seeing what we're up against. It's nice that they waited
Okay.
for us.
Hablas
but
con ellos y
I'm
pues
going to
activan la
explain
misión,
that,
¿no?
there's a giant iron ball there. It's a little hard to see
Oh.
with the current.
Como que te
atmosphere,
dijeron, oye,
but,
mira, en
they're
el
not sure
campamento
how to
vimos
get
que está
past
esa
it.
bola gigante de
They're
acero,
worried
¿no?
about the ball being released, and crashing down. So,
ok, es como un mecanismo de
I'm also a little
defensa
worried about that,
de la
but
fortaleza esta. Entonces dice,
I
oye,
have an
primero
idea.
tienes que deshacerte de la
something that might
de la
help me
bola
get
antes de
out.
que
Something else that I
vayamos
built.
como tal.
Forgot.
Entonces va a sacar uno de sus
What?
cosas
What
que
is-
ha creado. ¿Qué demonios es
So,
eso?
this is, well, you'll see.
Dice, esta es una... ahorita lo van a ver. Wow, cómo se
I
arma.
don't, right? I'm so excited.
Dice, ¿qué vas a hacer con eso?
I took a little bit of inspiration from
Me inspiró
the three-headed dragons that you see in the trailers.
Yeah.
And I
un
wanted
poco
to-
del dragón de 3 cabezas que vieron en los trailers. What the
Here we
fuck?
go. Let's just go take some guys out.
Yeah.
No puede ser, ¿es neta esto?
Hopefully my
You don't
friends
understand
get
the
him,
joy
get
I
him,
feel in my
get him.
heart.
Pero solo van como
I'm
para
just-
arriba,
yeah,
¿no?
they're
Justo
all
no los
scared.
puedes como controlar tanto.
And I'm just lighting everything on fire.
Ok. Monster Forces. Ok, sí está gigantesca ese jefe
Now they all
Bokoblin.
know I'm here. Okay, hi.
Ya todos saben que
Hello.
está ahí. Sí fue
Hello.
como una manera medio triste,
I
pero
will, but
está
at first I'm
impresionante
gonna
lo que
just
construyó.
Get out of the way.
Another
'cause I'm being
fantastic
chased.
use of
Ya se
that,
subió.
Thank you.
You know.
I'm gonna just take this.
Pues sí, ¿no? Lo quitas con Ultra Hand y ya. ¿No te deja? No está tan
Nope.
cerca.
Okay. Well, there's more
No
than one
está,
way
no está,
to do
sí,
this.
sí, está muy lejos.
Let's get
Yes.
this thing, and we'll just mine now.
No, la
Come on in,
fusionó.
guys. The party's starting without you.
Y dice, ahora sí vamos.
Okay. The other thing I would
Eso
like to do.
es arma 21, incluso no es tan poderosa.
Like where you're going with this. Oh, I don't know. I don't.
Oh,
Ok, si no, yo tampoco estoy muy seguro de que sea una
Yeah.
buena idea.
so excited.
Se las va a aventar, ¿no? Se las va a aventar. Sí, claro.
Fly!
Ok.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now they blow the horn.
Now they blow the
Wow.
horn. They're like, this person is not.
I mean,
Sí,
we
importante, ¿no?
learned
Hacer que
that
el
the
grandote
Bowie
sea
way
como
is to,
tuyo
like,
por
you know,
unos
announce
momentos. Bien,
yourself in a
bien, buena
big
técnica.
way.
I
ahí.
mean, isn't that what I've been doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesante.
Making an impression.
We're gonna just like you guys need to just chill out, all right?
Ahora que le dice, tienen que tranquilizarse un poco. Chill out, ¿no? Nuestra
do.
traducción de enfriarte
Alright.
un poco.
That could have gone better, but we're still
Literal,
alive.
¿no?
Actually,
I think
can
you're
use
doing
this
great.
big.
Yeah.
Ok, ya va a usar el arma
And
y la del cohete, falta, ¿no? La del resorte ya la habíamos visto, el escudo con el resorte ya lo habíamos visto.
Come on, come on.
I do appreciate that, like, since you made all these things
Okay, sí,
already,
sí.
you just have all these, just different things to play with and adapt to.
It is
to
nice
that.
Dice,
to
tienes, está como muy padre que tienes como diferentes cosas para...
come in and just have a lot of
Diferentes opciones, ¿no?
at your disposal.
Y
You
pues
just
también
have
sigue
some fun.
peleando, ¿eh?
I'm
Nice.
gonna. I have another thing that I'd like to make while I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
No sé si verlo tanto
Or,
es como
you know,
tan
and this is
emocionante.
the beauty of
O sea, no digo que
auto
esté mal,
building
está
these things by
súper
hand would
chido.
take a really long time.
Pero no sé qué tan dinámico siento estos como combates.
But
Justo
now
lo
I
que
can
decía
just
ahorita,
build
¿no?
it
De la
right here in the midst of
inteligencia artificial no la noto como tan intensa.
And go.
Pero es un gran... ¡Wow! Eso también lo vimos en un tráiler, ¿no? Faltan 5 minutos.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dance party.
¡Guay! Dice el chino.
Full dance party, but you
I
know.
love
Emoción,
it.
man.
Okay, it's draining my battery now, and I don't.
Ya no
really
falta
So
nada.
we're gonna do that.
That was so
Recuerden que
good.
vamos a tener este
Damn,
pequeño
if you
break
look at
en lo
the-
que cambiamos de en vivo. Así que
Alright.
no se vayan a ir. Ya está el
so
otro en
many
vivo
fun ways to get
disponible
that
para que
heritage.
entren en la espera. Yo me
We're
apuro
gonna try this again.
y nos rifamos para ya empezar el juego como tal. Ya está instalado en el Switch.
That worked out.
Ya nada más cambio yo algunas cosas de la pantalla de entrada y todo esto y listo. Las imágenes de fondo y todo este rollo y le
Let's just
damos.
do one of these for Billy.
Oh, thank
¡Qué
you.
emoción!
Welcome.
6 años esperando este momento.
I know what you like.
Puro 10 sobre 10 ha tenido en las reseñas. No quiero hypear más lo hypeado. Creo que Nintendo lo hizo perfecto. Y está súper válido la gente que no lo quiso ver. Por ejemplo, Shirai, mi primo, él no quería ver nada.
But now that
Está
we are
bien.
outnumbering these guys,
Pero creo que se dieron varios tips aquí, ¿no? Como para disfrutarlo, porque suena que la curva de aprendizaje, con tantas cosas nuevas que pusieron, la curva de aprendizaje iba a estar un poco compleja.
you know what?
Y aparte no, el elemento no le hace daño si tiene el escudo, el otro.
Get him! Get him!
Bueno, sí, ya lo
I love you.
Ay, sí le hicieron.
Set 'em up for the,
Sí le hicieron un
Part
montón.
of what's great. Oh, there's still one more. Here.
3 minutos, banda.
All right, guys, you got it.
Qué miedo.
I think there's one up.
Is there one more? Oh, you're right. Okay, let's go, team.
La cinemática inicial seguramente va a estar intensísima.
That one's like, nope.
That macabre was like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I want none of this.
Let's see if we can pull this off again.
Oh my god.
What should we
Out
do
with a
this
bang.
time?
Ahora, ¿con qué la va a
You
unir?
did say you wanted shock.
Yes.
Con una fruta de impacto, una fruta de toques.
Sorry, did I shock
Nice,
you?
wow, lo mató de manera firme,
Beautifully done.
impresionante.
Thank you.
That was really good.
Se lo
That
hicimos,
couldn't have gone
ganamos.
better if I planned it.
That was great.
Really good.
Okay.
I appreciated all
Ya
the
era el
different
momento.
uses of a sen and just like the arsenal of like options that you had at your
Yeah,
disposal.
and
That was so great.
it's really fun to play with
Está
all
bien
the
bonito el
different
Switch
types
edición
of,
especial,
of
¿no?
materials and figure out, you know, what
Está muy
your
padre.
play style is and what things you like to do the best. So
For sure.
¿Listos y
And with
listas,
that,
chicos
I
y
think
chicas
that's all the
del
time
club
we
del
have for
podcast?
today. So
Eso es
thank you
todo
so
por
much
hoy.
for joining
Muchas
us,
gracias
and
por
we hope you're just
unirse.
as excited as we are to
Esperamos
play
que estén tan
Legend of
emocionados
Zelda
como
Tears of the
nosotros.
Kingdom very, very soon.
Y se ya van a poder jugar muy muy pronto. O sea, en un minuto, ¿no? ¿Ven? En un minuto, ¿no? Quiero pensar que en un minuto vamos a poder jugar.
Thank you to the Nintendo
Sí,
Treehouse team for
gracias
really giving
al
us
equipo
those
de Nintendo
glimpses
Treehouse,
into
también
the
padre la
game
Master
before
Sword.
launch, because we
Estamos
are
listos para el
moments
lanzamiento,
away
estamos
from the
a
launch of the
instantes del
highly
lanzamiento.
anticipated game, The Legend of Zelda,
Sí,
Tears of the
Zelda, Tears of the
And of
Kingdom.
course,
Y claro,
I'm here with
aquí
the
estoy con
really scorn
con
Master
una
Sword. We're not
muy
used to seeing it like
dañada
this. What
espada
happened?
maestra.
I don't know.
¿Qué
You're gonna have
pasó?
to play the
No
game
lo sé.
and find out
Tienes
why
que
it's
jugar el
like
juego
this.
para-
As well as we have
para
fans. You can
enterarte.
hear them
Y acá tenemos
already
fans
making noise
que ya están
outside
haciendo
because
ruidos
they just
afuera
want to get their hands
porque ya
on
quieren
the
su
game.
copia
As a
del
fan,
juego.
we know that we have been
Sí.
highly anticipating this
Sabemos
sequel
que hemos
to
estado
the
anticipando
game.
muchísimo
Let's hear them. Yeah, you can hear them. They're
esta secuela, pero ahí
chanting.
están los
There's
fans.
so much excitement, and it's not just the game that they're
gritando,
going to
haciendo
be
ruidos.
able to get their hands on. It's
No
also
solamente
merchandise
para
as well. We have
ya
some sweaters that are available
tomar su
at
juego, sino que
midnight,
también hay
and this
merchandising.
really
Wow,
cool
están bien
mug
padres del
that has some
merchandising.
Zaya,
Fucking Nintendo, sabe cómo hacer las cosas,
the
realmente.
Discreted sword as well as like.
Dejen
it's-
checo otra vez
it's
en el
actually
Switch a ver si ya
pretty
se puede.
heavy. So I feel like I'm gonna have to
Checar.
grab that one as I go. There's a
Todavía no.
lot to see.
Todavía
And
no me deja.
there's just moments away. What
Sí,
you
estamos a
can't
momentos
hear, I don't know if you could actually hear this, but in the
del
store,
lanzamiento.
they're
No sé si
playing
pueden oír,
Tears of the Kingdom
pero
music to
ya
set
en
the
la
right
tienda están
atmosphere. Because
jugando
guess what?
y hay una gran
The
atmósfera.
doors are
Porque
about to
imaginen,
open. We
¿saben
are
qué?
moments away.
Estamos
Let's
a
get a
nada
shot.
de abrir
Who are going to be the
las
first
puertas.
fans that walk in?
Serán los
Here
primeros fans
we
en entrar
go.
y listo.
We're getting them to come
¿Es el
in
primer fan?
very shortly.
Ah, no, no es
They're
ese.
getting their QR
Es la
codes
de
on My
vigilancia.
Nintendo. A user
El
ready
staff,
to
¿no?
go coming into that store, the store. And I'm just curious. When
Tengo
we
curiosidad.
drop into the game, are you going to be going on a Zelda vacation? I think a lot of the things
Tengo duda lo que decía Inuma, ¿no? Cuando ya tengan el juego se van a ir en vacaciones Zelda,
So
que es
it's
el
only
trending
right
que
that
está
you
ahorita en
just top
Japón,
that
¿no? De no ir a
moment off
trabajar
with
mañana.
a vacation as well. Yeah,
Sí, sí, lo van a
exactly.
hacer.
Now, I think what we're going to see is
Sí, estoy tentado
how
de ir
the
mañana a
fans
trabajar.
just come together as a community. That's one thing that we got to see when we were on the streets with them is just their pure fandom. Some of them are in cosplay.
Esos
Some of them are
son,
holding
pues,
up signs
todo el
with their
fandom, ¿no?
favorite
Muchos
characters
están en
as well.
cosplay.
And really, they're just as excited
Y
as all
están
of us
tan emocionados
to
como todos
dive
nosotros
into Hyrule
para
one
sumergirse
more
en
time for
Hyrule
the
una
near
vez más.
future at least. Now, for all of you at home
Para todos
watching,
ustedes en
I'm
casa
really
viendo,
curious to know
estoy-
what are you
tengo
most
curiosidad.
excited for in Tears of the Kingdom.
¿Qué es lo primero que
For me,
quieren hacer en
I want to
Tears of the
learn
Kingdom?
about the ancient tribe, the Zonai, and really understand
¿Sobre qué se quieren
the
enterar? ¿De
story
los
that that's
Zonai?
going to bring in
¿La
the
historia?
relationship between
La relación
Link,
entre Link,
Zelda,
Zelda
and
y
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf.
Let's see.
Vamos
the
a ver.
fans come in
Los
with
fans
all
están
the
entrando
excitement.
con toda su emoción.
That is right. We're seeing them come in.
Estamos
And we also
viendo
see a Master Sword
que
also
entran,
giving
ya
them
traen
the
también ahí su
power
Master
to
Sword.
get their hands on the game.
Dice, ya vienen por su juego.
Because it is out now.
Qué chido.
Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is ready in the
Ya,
Nintendo
está
eShop
listo.
store, as well as in stores, like right
Ya
here
listo
at the
en
Nintendo
tiendas,
New York store.
como a nivel
So we're
digital.
gonna wait here and hopefully
Please
see
wait.
the first fan
Ya
to
está.
get their hands on a
Ya está.
copy of Tears of the
Ya está
Kingdom.
launchando el juego.
Let's have a look.
Entonces, vamos a acabar aquí el
You
en
can
vivo.
see all of the excitement. The smiles are big.
Nintendo Presents. Oh, por Dios.
I think I
Voy a
hear
quitarlo para que lo veamos todo desde
edition
cero,
as the
juntos.
first copy going out,
Vámonos
which
al
I
otro
mean,
en vivo.
that's an
Muchas gracias a todos los
excellent
que estuvieron acá.
choice. It is beautiful.
Espero que
It is
nos
beautiful
sigan
to
ahorita en el otro en
see
vivo.
as well.
Está para las 10:15,
you may
pero si puedo entrar antes,
the
entro
person
antes, ¿vale? Ya nada más
helping
conecto el Switch,
with
hago unos
that
cambios en el
first
stream y
copy.
entramos. Nos vemos ahorita,
It
banda.
is
¡Qué
Mr. Bowser
fucking
himself.
emoción!
Congratulations!